Wise.
Walang referee.
Pinos, Officer's Wrath. Sakto yung bitaw. Kaso nga lang hindi umabot yung altar.
Oh my Venus trying to zone everyone. Pero look at Sanji. Nobaram. Ito na, pasok King Wise. Ulit si Yawi.
O si Yawi nga talaga maging target nila. Hindi na nga ito makakatakas pa tungkol sa real world manipulation. Kaso nga lang natuhog sila dito. The bad execution. Owl and Oh my Venus will go down. Pero si Edward naman naghanap ng pwedeng hulihin. Naghanap siya ng pwedeng sa punukan. Pero pwede naman silang umuli pa ng isa. At makukuha nga talaga. Kaso nga lang si Carl. Sobrang unat. Sobrang sakit. Sobrang dulas. Lahat na ibigay mo sa kanya.
And sasabayan pa.
Sabat force na force. Pero ang tunting yung pagtulak ni Yawi upang mapigilan niya yung pagtakas ni The Queen.
Sinabi na ni Wolf, every time na may dragon, may follow-up na dalawa na hindi mo alam kung ano skill. Ganon din naman yung Evo Ultimate.
Diyan na naman yung dragon ni Sanford. Talagang mag-push away dito sa members of Blackest International. Pero si Edward na nakapwesto. So meron silang info. Maaari silang umabol. Kaso pala sobrang tapos ni Carl. Aray, nandiyan wala talaga mag-burst down sa kanya. Kaya sobrang tapos nila kung pumasok. Wise goes down.
Nagkaroon ng magandang pwesto si Sanji, pati na rin ito si Yawi.
Subok lumaban ng Blackest International pero hindi the dragon ni Sanford.
Hahabulin talaga yung the backline. Pero masyado atang maagang na-pop yung altar. Kaya naman sila ay mapapanish bigla. Wise is down. Wala na yung red holder. Pero marinisip na naman yung Lord. Awal napasok dito. Bago ka naman tutulak ni Yawi. Tapos may paamoy-amoy pa. May palagkit-lagkit pa. Pero si The Queen na magsasave sa kanya. My goodness. Go easy. The young goat.
Blacklist International, they want the retaliation play. Dito na nagalit ang mga agents. Biglang may mission accomplished. Pasok si Carl this time.
Nais nila dumipensa dito mula sa push na nais gawin ng Blackest International. May ibig nga lang dito si Uwe. Pero ang kulit pa rin naman talaga nila. Tapos naman lang ang good yung altar. Pero hindi magiging ang maray save si Uwe. Mahimit at ang members ng Blackest International. Dito sa may kalagin na. Nakonsum na rin yung mga spells na pwede na sa gamitin sana. So yung echo, may echo sila. Wala yung mga spells. Wala yung mga skills. Maaari tayong umatangkada.
And just a snap. What's he play though?
Wala talaga yung gamitin. Si Aul na talaga ang bibigyan nila. Nandito na rin naman yung dragon. Wala na si Aul. Wala na yung damage na asahan ng Blackest International. Yung echo, sila na ngayon na mag-decide na rekta tayo sa Lord. Na sila sa mid lane. Sakto lang din yung pagbitaw noong dragon. Tapos yung altar binitawan na rin. At si Goldie, si Tatahi pa. Paper pa sa base ng Blackest International. Sakto yung mga tusok. Kaso nga lang low na rin sila. Pero nakuha nila si Wise. Pero makapag-regent din naman agad yung members ng Blackest International. Madedepensahan nila yung Lord. Kaso nga lang may parating pang minions. Medyo makapal mula doon sa bottom lane. At meron pang kasabay sa mid lane. Will this be it? Will Blacklist International manage to defend this? Dahil yung Echo ayaw na naman papigil.
Okay, tingnan natin. Pasok ngayon. Oh my Venus, sabay sa akin force naman ni Very Cute.
Hahabol na naman sila sa gitna. Mukhang mahulin na din si Queen. Pero mabilis pa naman yung death timer. Si Immortality Pump nga lang para kay Edward. Naabangan nila naman may inward manipulation pa. And yung minions na sapat ata. Hahabulin na sila ng mga Onka. Pero ngayon, tuloy pa rin ang depensa. Pero ang goal ng Echo ay yung base. Ang yun ng MPLPA Season 11. Let's go!
I came this far, nothing can stop me now. They knock me down, but they can't count me out. I can't lose, I won't lose.
Uling kinalaban ng Orcas.
I can't lose.
Ang Blacklist International.
I'ma keep winning.
But the better team
I'ma keep winning.
came up on top.
I'ma keep winning, winning. You can try to save yourself, keep winning. But you wanna go play yourself. You can try to save yourself, keep winning. But you wanna go play yourself. I'ma keep. You can try to save yourself, keep winning. But you wanna go play yourself. You can try to save yourself, keep winning. But you wanna go play yourself. Yeah, you gon' need 100 men, 100 scopes, 100 cans just for you to watch what I'm doing under the sun again. God-given gift, MC's doing the running man. If you want me to get it poppin', may cost 100 pence. Yeah, what I supply is always in the middle. The throne is mine, take that. And then a high five, got the upper hand. I'm too real, can't fake that. Who you know putting fear in them like this? You a vampire, still suck when you bite this. They didn't think I could do it, I had to demonstrate how the flow is so heavenly, keeping demons straight. Who they fooling? I showed them the jig is up again. When I asked them who is the best, they get this to stuttering. Tell them I'ma keep winning, winning. I'ma keep winning, winning. I'ma keep winning, winning. You can try to save yourself, keep winning. But you wanna go play your surgeon. Every boundary and chain, ain't nothing can stop our return. We are a force to be reckoned with. Destiny, kingdom, and man. Atlas, winning is madness. Count us to practice. That is his match. Let's be the heroes here to slay. Never back down. Under restraint.
Hey guys, Rose here from MPL Malaysia.
It's Mirko from Indonesia.
Moniyomiki, mabibitin Kampuchea.
Here from California.
It's North America's favorite caster here.
Santiago from IGSG.
from Eco Philippines. I'm Yawi from Eco Philippines. I am Remy from Pine Sport. I am from Myanmar. I'm Chma, one of the junglers in Cambodia.
السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته جمهور موبايل ليجند الكريم منورين أحلى عيد وأحلى جمهور في الدنيا.
And I just want to tell you guys all to get hype and to get excited for MSC 2023.
All the underdogs are coming from across the world to go and compete against the pros, against the favorite.
With that being said, hashtag see the world and hashtag roar for MSC.
Root for MSC.
And for that, betul-betul and landas betul-betul. Alright.
Hashtag Roll for MSC. Hashtag See the World.
Kamu cari di sini. Vote for MSC and see the world. Hashtag vote for MSC. Hashtag see the world. GGRG.
Roll for MSC and See the World.
And Shark, I know you're hungry for first place.
Outplay them, outclass them, outstyle them. Let's go get them, boys.
Türkiye şampiyonasını güzel bir şekilde kazandık. Umarım MSC'de güzel şeyler yapacağız.
See the world, roll for MSC. Don't forget to watch us in MSC. I hope you support us on MSC. See the world and roar for MSC.
It's time to roar for MSC and hashtag see the world.
Hi, ako nga po pala si Sanford Marin Biduya, also known as Sanford. Naglalaro sa Echo bilang XP-lane. Ang favorite kong FLBB hero ay si Yuzong kasi ilang beses ko na rin siya nagamit sa mga tournaments tulad sa M4, sa MPL kasi parang isa siya sa mga hero na doon ako sobrang komportable dahil lakas niya sa lane, kaya niya sumustain and then kaya niya din pumatay sa likod ng mag-isa. And ilang beses na kami nanalo sa hero na to and nung season 11 parang wala po ata kami talo sa paggamit ng Yuzo. Kaya siya po talaga yung pinaka gusto kong gamitin. Opo, 100%. Gagamitin ko po talaga siya sa MC kahit anong kalaban. Para po sa akin, real life hero ko po is yung parents ko kasi sila po yung sumuporta po sa akin nung umpisa pa and hanggang ngayon, sila po yung dahilan kaya ginagalingan ko po.
Ay, ako po si Juliet Marin Binuya. Mami po ako ni Sanford Binuya.
Hello, ako si Jeff Binuya, father ni Sanford.
Proud po ako sa kanya dahil mabait na bata, masunurin. Lahat ng advice namin sa kanya, sinusunod niya.
Sanford kasi di alam ng karamihan ay mahihayin. Tulad nung tuwing nasa bus kami, siya nagtatago sa mga fans na.
Nung una, si Sanford, nag-a-archie lang yan nasa bahay dahil nga pandemic. Akala ko kung ano yung ginagawa niya. And then, nakikipaglaro sa mga pro player. Tapos, nung isang araw, nag-top global nga siya. Tinawagan ako ni Donggi. Nakukunin nga siya sa NXP. Ayaw man namin, pero nakita ko siya. Gusto niya talagang makapasok sa larangan NL.
Actually, yung sa akin naman, talagang tutol ako sa kanya dahil unang-una, papabayaan niya yung pag-aaral. Very important kasi sa akin yung studies other than maglaro siya. Bali, parang nagkamali akong nang inala dahil pinakita niya sa akin kung paano siya maglaro sa FPL. And dahil doon, nagkaroon na ako ng kumpiyansa na hayaan na lang siya. Sapod, ang unang-una yung Panginoon. Huwag mong kalimutang manalangin. At the same time, yung yung galing mo, magkumpiyansa ka lang. Dahil yan ang magdadala sa'yo sa tagumpay.
Sanford, good luck galingan mo. Sana huwag kang magbago. Mahal na mahal ka namin ng papa mo. Nandito lang kami parati, lagi nakasuporta sa'yo.
Thank you so much. Kasi kahit di ka naniwala nung una, sinuportahan mo pa rin ako. And lagi mo tatandaan lahat ng laro ko para sa'yo. Thank you din kasi ikaw yung number 1 supporter ko, and kahit through ups and down, andiyan ka pa rin. And then, para sa inyo ni Papa yung mga laro kaya ginagalingan ko. Thank you po pala sa mga sumuporta sa akin simula nung umpisa, and mas lalo ko pang gagalingan sa paparating na MSC para makuha namin yung kampeonato para sa inyo.
Set the fire to the sky. Keep burning bright, keep the allies and enemies mesmerized. Strive for domination. Feel the pressure rising. Fight with your life and for your nation. With your devotion and motion. Lay it on the line. The choice is yours. Offense or defense. Let the courage pour. Reaching for your heart. It's up to us. Chosen one that brings the heat, the passion, the heart, the soul, and the fury. Show it all, let the world see. We are legends, stepping on the ground. No time to waste, striving to conquer. Face the foes, break grace, be the challenger. It's time to soar. Now or never, climb a rise. We will start for more. Take the globe by storm, time to see the world. See the boundary and chain. Ain't nothing can stop or restrain. We are a force to be reckoned with. Destiny, kingdom, and maze. Shining like Atlas, winning with madness. Countless of practice, that is his matchless. We are the heroes here to slay. Never back down, under a strain. Jump, fatal length. Sink or swim. Match by match, day by day. Determination, they won't let us play. See the world, reach to conquer. S-E-A, see the world. We are warriors. Lay it on the line. The choice is yours. Offense or defense. Let the courage roar. Reaching for new heights. It's time to soar. Now or never, time to rise. We will strive for. Take the globe by storm. Time to see the world. To the land of dawn as we see the world. Take the globe by storm. Time to see the world. To the land of dawn as we see the world. Take the globe by storm, time to see the world. To the land of dawn as we see the world. It's not a fight, left with tears and pride. Ready for the better cry, with our might and stride. War against the heavens, set the fire to the sky. Keep burning bright, kill the allies, and enemies mesmerize. Strive for domination. Hey, feel the pressure rising. The fight with your life and for your nation. With your devotion, emotion. Lay it on the line. The choice is yours. Offense or defense. Let the courage roar. Reaching for new heights. It's time to soar. Now or never, time to rise. We will strive for more. Take the globe by storm, time to see the world. To the land of dawn as we see the world. We're fighting to build a legacy in this battleground for kings. We're here to show the world that we're the chosen one that brings the heat, the passion, the heart, the soul, and the fury. Show it all, let the world see. We are legends stepping on the ground. No time to waste, striving to conquer. Face the foes, great grace, be the challenger. It's time to soar. Now or never, time to rise. We will strive for more. Take the globe by storm, time to see the world. To the land of dawn as we see the world. Take the globe by storm, time to see the world. To the land of dawn as we see the world. Hey. Every boundary and chain, ain't nothing can stop or restrain. We are a force to be reckoned with. Destiny, kingdom, and maze. Shining like Atlas, winning with madness. Countless of practice, that is his matchless. We are the heroes here to slay. Never back down, under a strain. Jump, fatal length. Sink or swim. Match by match, day by day. Determination, they won't let us play. See the world, reach to conquer. S-E-A, see the world. We are warriors. Lay it on the line. The choice is yours. Offense or defense. Let the courage roar. Reaching for new heights. It's time to soar. Now or never, time to rise. We will strive for. Take the globe by storm. Time to see the world. to heaven, set the fire to the sky. Keep burning bright, keep the allies and enemies mesmerized. Strive for domination. Feel the pressure rising. The fight with your life and for your nation. With your devotion and motion. Lay it on the line, the choice is yours. Offense or defense, let the courage war. Reaching for your heart, it's up to soar. Now or never, time to rise. We will strive for more. Take the globe by storm, time to see the world. To the land of dawn as we see the world. We're fighting to build a legacy in this better ground for kings. We're here to show the world that we're the chosen one that brings the heat, the passion, the heart, the soul, and the fury. Show it all, let the world see we are legends. Stepping on your ground, no time to waste. Striving to conquer, face the foes, great grace. Be the challenger, it's time to soar. Now or never, time to rise. We will strive for more. Take the globe by storm, time to see the world. To the land of dawn as we see the world. Take the globe by storm, time to see the world. To the land of dawn as we see the world. Hey, hey, hey. Every boundary and chain, aim, nothing can stop or restrain. We are a force to be reckoned with. Destiny, kingdom, and might. Sounding like Atlas, winning with madness. Count us to practice, that is his matchless. We are the heroes, here to slay. Never back down, ever astray. Jump, fatal length. Sink the swim. Match by match, day by day. Determination and all at a time. See the world, mission to conquer. See the world, we are warriors. Lay it on the line, the choice is yours. Offense or defense, let the courage roar. Reaching for new heights, it's time to soar. Now or never, time to rise. We will strive for more. Take the globe by storm, time to see the world. To the land of dawn as we see the world. Take the globe by storm, time to see the world. To the land of dawn as we see the world. Take the globe by storm, time to see the world. To the land of dawn as we see the world. It's gotta fight, blessed with tears and pride. Ready for the better cry, with our might and stride. War against the heavens, set the fire to the sky. Keep burning bright, keep the allies and enemies mesmerized. Strive for domination. Feel the pressure rising. The fight with your life and for your nation. With your devotion and motion. Lay it on the line, the choice is yours. Offense or defense, let the courage war. Reaching for your heart, it's up to soar. Now or never, time to rise. We will strive for more. Take the globe by storm, time to see the world. To the land of dawn as we see the world. boundary and chain. Ain't nothing can stop or restrain. We are a force to be reckoned with. Destiny, kingdom, and reign. Battle like Atlas, winning with madness. Counter subtract, the status is matchless. We are the heroes here to slay. Never back down, ever astray. Fatal length. Cynical swing. Match by match, day by day. Determination, they won't let us play. See the world, mission to conquer. S-E-A-C the world. Be a warrior. Lay it on the line. The choice is yours. Offense or defense. Let the courage roar. Reaching for new heights. It's time to soar. Now or never, time to rise. We will start from. Take the world by storm. Time to see the world. To the land of dawn as we see the world. Take the world by storm. Time to see the world. To the land of dawn as we see the world. Take the world by storm, time to see the world. To the land of dawn as we see the world. It's not a fight, let's with tears and pride. Ready for the better cry, with our might and stride. War against the heavens, set a fire to the sky. Keep burning bright, keep the allies and enemies mesmerized. Strive for domination. Feel the pressure rising. The fight with your life and for your nation. With your devotion and emotion. Lay it on the line. The choice is yours. Offense or defense. Let the courage roar. Reaching for new heights. It's up to soar. Now or never, time to rise. We will strive for more. Take the world by storm, time to see the world. To the land of dawn as we see the world. We're fighting to build a legacy in this better ground for kings. We're here to show the world that we're the chosen one that brings the heat, the passion, the heart, the soul, and the fury. Show it all, let the world see we are legends. Stepping on the ground, no time to waste. Striving to conquer, face the foes, break grace, be the challenger. It's time to soar. Now or never, time to rise. We will start for more. Take the world by storm, time to see the world. To the land of dawn as we see the world. Take the world by storm, time to see the world. To the land of dawn as we see the world. Hey, 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 hey. Every boundary and chain, ain't nothing can stop or restrain. We are a force to be reckoned with. Destiny, kingdom, and reign. Battle like Atlas, winning with madness. Counter subtract, the status is matchless. We are the heroes here to slay. Never back down, ever astray. Fatal length. Cynical swing. Match by match, day by day. Determination, they won't let us play. See the world, mission to conquer. S-E-A-C the world. Be a warrior. Lay it on the line. The choice is yours. Offense or defense. Let the courage roar. Reaching for new heights. It's time to soar. Now or never, set the fire to the sky. Keep burning bright, kill the allies and enemies mesmerized. Strive for domination. Hey, feel the pressure rising. The fight with your life and for your nation. With your devotion, emotion. Lay it on the line. The choice is yours. Offense or defense. Let the courage pour. Reaching for your heart. It's up to soar. Now or never, time to rise. We will transform more. Take the globe by storm. Time to see the world. To the land of dawn as we see the world. We're fighting to build a legacy in this better ground for kings. We're here to show the world that we're the chosen one that brings the heat, the passion, the heart, the soul, and the fury. Show it all, let the world see we are legends. Stepping on the ground, no time to waste. Striving to conquer, face the foes, great grace. Be the challenger. It's time to soar. Now or never, time to rise. We will transform more. Take the globe by storm, time to see the world. To the land of dawn as we see the world. Take the globe by storm, time to see the world. To the land of dawn as we see the world. Hey, 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 hey. Break every boundary and chain. Nothing can stop our return. We are a force to be reckoned with. Destiny, kingdom, and race. Shining like Atlas, spinning with madness. Count us to practice, that is his matchless. We are the heroes, here to slay. Never back down, under a strength. Fatal length. Sink or swim. Match by match, day by day. Determination, they won't let us win. See the world, mission to conquer. See the world, we are warriors. Lay it on the line, the choice is yours. Offense or defense, let the courage roar. Reaching for new heights, it's time to soar. Now or never, time to rise. We will transform. Take the globe by storm, time to see the world. To the land of dawn as we see the world. Take the globe by storm, time to see the world. To the land of dawn as we see the world. Take the globe by storm, time to see the world. To the land of dawn as we see the world. It's not a fight, blood, sweat, tears, and pride. Ready for the battle cry, with our might and strive. War against the heavens, set the fire to the sky. Keep burning bright, kill the allies and enemies mesmerized. Strive for domination. Hey, feel the pressure rising. The fight with your life and for your nation. With your devotion, emotion. Lay it on the line. The choice is yours. Offense or defense. Let the courage pour. Reaching for your heart. It's up to soar. Now or never, time to rise. We will transform more. Take the globe by storm, time to see the world. To the land of dawn as we see the world. We're fighting to build a legacy in this better ground for kings. We're here to show the world that we're the chosen one that brings the heat, the passion, the heart, the soul, and the fury. Show it all, let the world see we are legends. Stepping on the ground, no time to waste. Striving to conquer, face the foes, great grace. Be the challenger. It's time to soar. Now or never, time to rise. We will transform more. conquering chain. Ain't nothing can stop our return. We are a force to be reckoned with. Destiny, kingdom, and race. Sound like Atlas, winning with madness. Count us the practice, that is his matchless. We are the heroes, here to slay. Never back down, never astray. Jump, jump, fade the lane. Jump, jump, sing the flame. Match by match, day by day. Determination and all that I play. See the world, mission to conquer. S-E-A, see the world. We are warriors. Laid on the line, the choice is yours. Offense or defense, let the courage roar. Reaching for new heights, it's time to soar. Now or never, time to rise. We will start from. Take the globe by storm, time to see the world. To the little dawn as we see the world. Take the globe by storm, time to see the world. To the little dawn as we see the world. Take the globe by storm, time to see the world. To the little dawn as we see the world. It's not a fight, let's with tears and cry. Ready for the battle cry, with our might and stride. War against the heavens, set the fire to the sky. Keep burning bright, kill the allies, and enemies mesmerize. Strive for domination. Feel the pressure rising. The fight with your life and for your nation. With your devotion and motion. Laid on the line, the choice is yours. Offense or defense, let the courage roar. Reaching for new heights, it's time to soar. Now or never, time to rise. We will strive for more. Take the globe by storm, time to see the world. To the little dawn as we see the world. We're fighting to build a legacy. set the fire to the sky. Keep burning bright, kill the allies and enemies mesmerized. Strive for domination. Feel the pressure rising. The fight with your life and for your nation. With your devotion, emotion. Lay it on the line. The choice is yours. Offense or defense. Let the courage pour. Reaching for your heart. It's up to soar. Now or never, time to rise. We will strive for more. Take the globe by storm. Time to see the world. To the land of dawn as we see the world. We're fighting to build a legacy in this battleground for kings. We're here to show the world that we're the chosen one that brings the heat, the passion, the heart, the soul, and the fury. Show it all, and the world see we are legends that bring on the crown. No time to waste, striving to conquer. Face the foes, break grace, be the challenger. It's time to soar. Now or never, time to rise. We will strive for more. Take the globe by storm, time to see the world. To the land of dawn as we see the world. Take the globe by storm, time to see the world. To the land of dawn as we see the world. Hey, 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 hey. Every boundary and chain, nothing can stop our restraint. We are a force to be reckoned with. Destiny, kingdom, and made. Shining like Atlas, winning of madness. Count us to practice, that is his matchless. We are the heroes here to slay. Never back down, never astray. Yo, fatal length. Yo, sing the sling. Match by match, day by day. Determination and all that I play. See the world, mission to conquer. See the world, we are warriors. Lay it on the line, the choice is yours. Offense or defense, let the courage roar. Reaching for new heights, it's time to soar. Now or never, time to rise. We will strive for more. Take the globe by storm, time to see the world. To the land of dawn as we see the world. Take the globe by storm, time to see the world. To the land of dawn as we see the world. Take the globe by storm, time to see the world. To the land of dawn as we see the world. It's not a fight, let's cheers and cry. Ready for the battle cry, with our might and stride. War against the heavens, set the fire to the sky. Keep burning bright, kill the allies and enemies mesmerized. Strive for domination. Feel the pressure rising. The fight with your life and for your nation. With your devotion, emotion. Lay it on the line. The choice is yours. Offense or defense. Let the courage pour. Reaching for your heart. It's up to soar. Now or never, time to rise. We will strive for more. Take the globe by storm, time to see the world. To the land of dawn as we see the world. We're fighting to build a legacy in this battleground for kings. We're here to show the world that we're the chosen one that brings the heat, the passion, the heart, the soul, and the fury. Show it all, and the world see we are legends that bring on the crown. No time to waste, striving to conquer. Face the foes, break grace, be the challenger. It's time to soar. Now or never, time to rise. We will strive for more. Andre and Chain. Ain't nothing can stop our return. We are a force to be reckoned with. Destiny, kingdom, and life.
Welcome back, everybody. And this is the intense knockout stage of MSC 2023. My name is Mara Aquino, your host, and here with me, the dashing Ravi.
Well, you know that. The last match, I was so excited and my heart pumping so hard. And I can't believe that. And I believe that the crowd are ready and so excited too.
That's right, because the last series of the day is a heavyweight matchup. This is a highly anticipated match between two Indonesian giants as they prepare to lock horns in a battle that will surely be remembered. A rematch of MPL Indonesia Season 11 Grand Finals. It is the Sky Kings ONIC going up against the M1 World Champions, EVOS Legends.
អ្នកទាំងអស់គ្នាដឹងអត់ថាថ្ងៃនេះគឺជាថ្ងៃមួយដែលពិសេសមែនទែនដែលនៅក្នុងប្រវត្តិសាស្ត្ររបស់ MSC ដែលមិនធ្លាប់មានពីមុនមកនោះគឺការប៉ះរវាង ONIC ជាមួយនឹង EVOS Legend ដែលមកពីប្រទេស Indonesia តែមួយតែម្ដងតើនឹងទៅជាយ៉ាងណានៅក្នុង season មួយនេះរងចាំទាំងអស់គ្នា and now the stakes are higher than ever and now we need your support and energy. Let's hype up the fans here.
That's right. Oh, how about you take on the EVOS Legends fans?
Sure.
I'm gonna take on ONIC Indonesia. How about that? You go first.
Why not? So អ្នកទាំងអស់គ្នាដែលជា fan របស់ EVOS Legend កុំឲ្យខ្ញុំបាក់មុខ Okay? So make some noise for EVOS Legend.
Wow.
Okay. ម្ដងទៀតខ្ញុំនឹងថា EVOS អ្នកទាំងអស់គ្នានឹងថា Roar. Okay? Let's count. EVOS. EVOS. EVOS.
Okay. I think the ONIC fans can do better than that. When I say go, you say ONIC. Go. Go. One more time, everybody. Go. I love it.
What about the two at the same time? The fans of ONIC once again! Once again, please! And what about EVOS Legend? EVOS! Yes.
How about I do this? When I say EVOS, you say roar. EVOS! EVOS! Go! Go! I love it! I can feel the energy in here, and I know for a fact
That's a
that
perfect energy.
EVOS Legends and ONIC Indonesia have millions of fans all across the globe. So for everybody watching right now, go ahead. Tell us who you're voting for. Take out your phones, your tablets, use your keyboard. Comment down on the comment section below. Let us know who you want to win. Now, whatever happened a few months ago during their MPL season, that's all in the past. Because now, it's a higher stake. It's for bragging rights. Because this is the Mobile Legends Bang Bang Southeast Asia Cup 2023. So we're gonna go now to our casters. Let's take it to see the world.
Hanya bisa satu. There can only be one. And here in the first match of the knockout stage, on their brackets, we see ONIC going up against EVOS one more time. Welcome, my boy, at your service. My name is Leo. Here on the desk with our esteemed guests, Ripo one more time.
Hello,
and of course, Abstract, LaFell, and Wolf.
Honestly, looking at the crowd reaction, I don't know, it kind of feels 50-50, but for me personally, go ONIC!
It's a classic.
Do you say EVOS?
I say go ONIC.
Go ONIC. I mean, I don't know. We haven't seen the prediction, but for now, so far it does seem like ONIC. But Ripo, why going for ONIC?
Because I know ONIC is a champion on MPL season 11 ID, so I choose ONIC.
Fun fact, 10 games, EVOS going up against ONIC, EVOS only won once. Season 10, I think.
1 in 10.
Wow. 1 in 10.
1 in 10. Speaking of season 10, Ripo, you were still in MPL Indonesia in season 10. Can you tell me what it's like facing off against both ONIC and EVOS? Let's talk about ONIC first, because again, they're the champions.
Okay, so for me, ONIC maybe it's a little bit hard because the opponent is really strong, especially have Kyrie. So for me, I'm already facing them in MPL ID, so they're really hard to fight. But for me, EVOS is a curse for BTR.
Okay, just specifically BTR. All right, well, he would know. Abstract, as a observer from MPL Singapore, what's it looking like now? Because maybe we can see some optimism from you. Just maybe.
Just maybe. Okay, so that sounds great and all, but unfortunately, ONIC is really leading the charts. I believe that a lot of Singaporeans is also a big fan of ONIC. You know, the entire branding and all. Yes, we do used to have an EVOS SG in Singapore, but unfortunately, after that has been disbanded, you know, so we don't really have the EVOS name in Singapore anymore. But looking at the other regions, yes, we'll definitely get some people to kind of convert and transfer and all that kind of stuff. But, you know, ONIC is still the big boys.
It looks like it's a tough hill to climb here, to claw through for EVOS. But real quick, we would like to thank everyone making MSC 2023 possible. Once more, we'd like to give a special shout out to Secret Lab, our official gaming chair partner. When it comes to built-in lumbar support that you can adjust to your spine, an incredible magnetic memory foam head pillow, and brand new fabrics to enhance the perfect designs. Enjoy the same performance advantage trusted by the world's biggest esports tournaments at secretlab.co. MSC 2023 is also powered by Moonton, supported by ROG, the official gaming phone, and Secret Lab, our official chair partner. Thank you all so much. Now, Wolf, talk to me about this. Is there a chance? Is there something that EVOS might be able to pull out? Because again, it looks like even this desk is very much for ONIC.
You know, if I can set aside my analyst brain, sure, and just put out my coaching heart, I would love to see Dilar in there. That's the only chance for them to win. But kidding aside, I think it's ONIC with Coach Yeb in there as well as Kyrie. I trust these guys so much. But the thing is, all four members or other four members of ONIC that's in the starting five is just so good at the game.
Right now, we're going to look at the brackets, boys, because for now, we got to look at the only last match, best of 5, is ONIC going up against EVOS. And after this, we will see who we're going up against Echo. Now, I got to say, right, because of the story between ONIC going up against EVOS, I kind of feel like this is a point where, in terms of storyline, ONIC, a lot have said during this international tournaments, they choke. And EVOS, I kind of feel like if they're number 2 for a very long time, they've got to be starving. They got to be really hungry here. So in terms of storyline, I kind of say a lot more is on the shoulders of EVOS, but ONIC, I kind of feel like they have as well, because you got to make sure that you perform well. You don't choke going up against EVOS.
Speaking of, let's dig into that real quick. Ripo, why is EVOS a curse for your former team? Why is EVOS a curse for BTR?
I don't know, but every time BTR meet EVOS always lose. It's a curse. It always and always.
EVOS always lose.
Yes.
Oh, EVOS always lose.
Yeah.
Oh.
So you know what?
So Bigatron is kind of like the
not good for EVOS as well.
So all the more EVOS just can't catch a break. It seems like even their run throughout the grand finals, throughout the playoffs of MPL season 11, you watched that, right?
Yeah, I watched that.
Everything was almost always 5 games.
Yeah.
How does a team like that work? Ripo, talk to me about that, because let's say you're in a series, right?
Yeah.
You lose game 1, you lose game 2. It's best of 5.
Yeah.
How does EVOS do that?
Maybe they reset their mindset, and then like the coach giving them like strategy or like something good to them. Like, for example, you can do it. You guys can do it. I know you can. Okay, you must do this, do that. Know the enemy strategy. So yeah.
LaFell, does that work?
Okay, here's the thing. I got one question directly for Ripo. And it translates between him and Brands as well, because the headlines here, Clash of the Indonesian Titans. Now, I gotta say, right, Ripo, the king of taunting. You're used to people giving you the attention, right? But right now, Brands, we gotta put this out there, right? A lot of attention is on Brands. He even has his own theme song, right? Yeah. But for you, Ripo, how would Brands handle that stress?
Maybe like just don't figure out.
Okay.
Don't pick it.
All right, we're gonna jump on that a little bit later, because now
I hope to see more of Brands, and we no longer have to wait. He's coming on stage alongside the rest of the teams and players going in. First up, let's bring it again, our marshals, they're here to facilitate the game and ensure fair play and esports integrity. First up, hovering over the clouds, it's the Sky Kings making their entrance with confidence and grace. Let's make some noise for ONIC!
They are the back-to-back MPL Indonesia champions, and they won MSC back in 2019.
They have done it once, and they know they can do it twice, just like against their upcoming opponents. They know they can defeat EVOS Legends.
Here they come. It has never been a smooth ride for the White Tigers. They are accustomed to various hurdles thrown at them, but this time they are ready to overcome. Let's roar for EVOS Legends!
As the players march on this stage, we have to remember, time and time again, EVOS Legends are capable of delivering miracles.
They have a solid coaching staff and formidable players on the roster.
Now on stage, we have Coach Yev, their analyst Addy for ONIC, and of course Coach Age and Taxstump as their analyst for EVOS.
Looking at both teams, they're looking both very, very stacked. And again, this is going to be a best of 5. I wonder, will we go all 5 games, or it's going to be the repeat of the finals of MPLID, and it will be a clean sweep.
The last time that these two teams have faced off in the grand final stage of MPL Season 11, it was not only a 4-0, it was 4 dominant games. There was no breathing room for EVOS because of this squad. ONIC, led by Kyrie, the Filipino among 4 Indonesians, Chewe, Boots, Sans, as well as Kiboy, is so good at the game.
Kyrie, he is the one. Ripo, you agree? He's still the star player for ONIC.
Yes, he's the key of the ONIC.
I thought that, yes, we are definitely looking at Kyrie as one of the main big names in ONIC. And back then, everyone is just going on Kyrie Esports. But I think upcoming, whatever that ONIC have shown us, it doesn't seem like it's all about Kyrie anymore. Every single one of these players have individually stepped up.
Besides Kyrie, who else should EVOS be looking at?
Chewe and Kiboy. No, Sans.
Okay, that's all of them.
Yeah, with that being said, we got to introduce the lineup for EVOS, Brands, Taz, Psychots, Hijime, as well as Streams. And I got to say, man, a lot of attention onto Brands, but so far, the ones that's really making the play is Taz. Taz is doing so much for the team of EVOS Legends.
There was a lot of growth onto Taz. He played differently in Season 10. He played position 4, actually played mid lane, but sometimes when the Fanny's picked up, he's going to play the jungle. This time, Season 11, you saw him really just focus on playing the jungle. And not only the Fanny, not only the assassins, he also played tank junglers as well. There's a lot of growth and development for Taz, and I do agree with you. He is somebody that you have to look at EVOS. Don't look at Brands only. Taz has been I would say the glue of the entirety of EVOS.
Ripo, what can you say about Taz? He's grown so much from the finals of MPL Season 11 and then now in MSC, especially in the group stage.
Yeah. So, yeah, that's very good. Especially Fanny. Wow. It's really...
I gotta ask Ripo for Psychots. A lot has been saying Psychots can only use the Yuzong. Other than that, not so well. Maybe even the Lapu Lapu. You're an XP leader. What do you think about Psychots?
Psychot, really good. Really good. Especially he using Yuzong, but need to have bigger pull.
Yeah.
Not only using Yuzong. So, yeah, because I also facing him in the script. So, yeah. It's fair.
Ironically, the fact that he is playing a lot of Yuzong and Lapu Lapu, when it comes down to their individual MPL, his win rates for these are not necessarily very high. With Yuzong 50% win rate and Lapu Lapu with 53% win rate.
Oh, now we have Indo Pride on the line. Both want to move on. Here are the accolades for both ONIC and EVOS. Check it out. We've got multiple championships. In one,
wow,
we have a lot of MPL championships. But again, when it comes to international, might be troubling. I'm talking about ONIC. But for EVOS, though, they were the M1 champions. In the infancy of our esports, they took to the stage. They stood up there.
And what a way to win, right? Because it was a reverse sweep. But again, we got to move with the times. Now it seems like, because I got to say, in terms of the accolades, right? ONIC, they had two different versions of ONIC. There was once, like, it was the Kage era.
That's right.
That was an amazing era for ONIC. And then they slowed down a bit. And now with Kage, they're rising back up. So I would say this is like the second generation of amazing ONIC.
Yep, and here we have a comparison between the junglers, and you see how well built both of them are in the specialties that they both have.
I remember Kyrie. There was a time where I was working with Kyrie as a coach, and he was talking about the pattern of how he played Fanny was from Taz DD, when Taz DD was a thing, because he was playing MDL, right? Or not even MDL back then, but he was a famous streamer as well. Famous in the highlights because he was really good. But now Kyrie has definitely surpassed so many of those heroes. And the thing with Kyrie, the most, I would say, impressive thing that he did in between season 9 of MPL PH2, season 10 of MPL ID, and 11 was to actually use tank junglers, with Balmond, for example, being in there, but of course Akai as well as Fredrin.
Yep, he debuted Balmond here at MSC in the group stage, and to much success against Burn X Flash. Now, to think, what might Kyrie bring out this time? Because he's debuted some picks. You think EVOS gonna give him the Fanny?
Maybe, but I think EVOS is afraid because EVOS is really hunger to win. So I think they should ban Fanny if they want to win this game.
Right now, I kind of want to ask the question: if ONIC bans out the Yuzong from EVOS, will EVOS have problems?
A little bit, because like the only hero can go to backline is Yuzong and also Lapu. But if only picking the Lapu, so it's really hard for EVOS.
Oh, here's a few words from the one, the Sky King Kyrie. I think it's either Blacklist or Echo who he wants to face in the grand finals. Maybe Blacklist because they're the only ones who actually got a hard time with in MPL Philippines Season 8 and in M3. If there's no Blacklist, maybe I already have like 2 championships. And Echo, of course, because they're right now the best team. So yeah, he wants to meet the Filipino champions.
He was his home. I mean, he will get his wish eventually, by the way. So
some way, somehow,
he's gonna meet Echo first if he wins against EVOS, and then after this, if Blacklist drops down for next Flash, he's gonna meet them as well.
There's a lot of foresight from you already, Lafel. But what I do like to take note is that Kyrie's the kind of kid that actually wants to play the best team all the time. He doesn't want to play like he wants to skip to the best part already all the time. He's not afraid to be challenged.
Enemy protagonist then.
Exactly.
Well, right now, I was thinking of, on esports, what can they possibly show us? I mean, so far it kind of seems as though they may still be, hiding some tricks within their sleeves. They've mostly been playing more assassin junglers kind of thing, and even a Bowman coming into the group stages. He played a lot of Fredrin when it comes down to the MPL ID, but we haven't seen him play it once in the MSC.
What about the Alpha? What about the Bane? So far, we've seen our teams being utilizing it quite well. I kind of feel like Kyrie, I kind of feel like Alpha might be a better one, just because Kyrie does seem to be the type where I see an opportunity for a kill. I kind of want to go in for the kill.
Oh, here's another look at Kyrie versus Taz in this head-to-head. Oh. Ripo, you saw how Taz played in the group stage, right? He's popping off.
Yeah.
It looked like EVOS Legends was now playing around Taz instead of playing around brands. You think that's a good direction? You think they should start now letting Taz do his thing?
Yeah, maybe, because Taz is the jungler of the EVOS, so it's meaning that it's the heart of the EVOS. Taking objectives, all of that, so Taz need to do his job.
Oh, well, came from Ripo himself, and now let's look at our predictions across the board. Just add another porcupine, right? Ripo, just put it in there?
Yeah, should be adding me. Like Ripo only.
There you go.
Yeah.
Dude, I mean, okay, looking at the table, it is full on ONIC, but again, EVOS, because there's a reasoning, right, behind this, because we're going to talk about history, because even EVOS, they always talk about history, you know, M1 champs, but against ONIC, almost seems like ONIC is the kryptonite for EVOS right now. It's same as BTR, or maybe it's just because of ripple effect, but going up against this game, this time, Taz is looking pretty good. I kind of feel like, in my heart, Taz alone is not enough. And I'm not even just talking about brands. I kind of feel like Hichumi needs to step up as well, because going up against Sans, there's going to be quite a big threat that they have to handle.
And that's a long list, Lafel, and I will not complain to that.
It's the Echo Toda problem. Everyone's a problem at Echo.
Which I agree with you. I think ONIC has mastered this game, and particularly on how they matured as a team, that they will not go for the 50-50 play anymore. They want to really just go for the best play possible in each of the situations.
My pick so far it really just boils down to the fact that EVOS Legends hasn't really been very consistent. So that's the main question for today's first game between ONIC and EVOS. How is their game gonna be like? Will they be consistent?
Let's get into the draft here. Game 1 is ONIC's choice. Do they want to go blue? Do they want to go red? First pick or second pick? As the draft unfolds, it looks like ONIC wants to go red side. They want to get those 2 picks. Ripo, how do you feel about the meta game right now? What's stronger, first pick or second?
For me, it's second pick, because like second pick can counter the first pick. So I think second pick is really good right now.
Oh, and I think that's why ONIC chose that, right?
Yes.
Strong side. There goes the Fanny and the Joy. Coach Age taking that out, while Coach Yeb answers back by taking out the Lancelot and Claude. He's attacking Taz and Brands.
Hey, you know what? Full respect, but yeah, you asked about the Fanny. The Fanny has been banned, but I gotta ask Wolf here, because a lot of specialized picks, right? A lot of respect bans here being banned out. Quite a lot of the meta is open. What do you think should be prioritized?
That's probably the Varia. We will go down to that route where the Varia will be the priority. But also, like, as boring as it sounds, Fredrin is going to be there. And the Arlott, the 2 heroes that I'm looking at here. I think that there will be a trade-off between the Arlott as well as the Fredrin. But between these 2 teams, I think you pick up Novaria first.
Maybe for me, it's Kaja.
Oh, right. Kaja is open.
Also Fallen.
Yeah, Valentina is also pretty good, especially now that the Eve has been banned out, the box doesn't exist. So in a way, if later in the pick-up bans, you want to pick up the Faramis, you kind of can, as long as you have a good composition for it. But again, a lot is open. The Kaja is open, the Novaria is open, and like Wolf said, if you want to go a bit boring, even the Fredrin.
Yep.
Which I kind of feel like, nah, you got to give it Taz a carry type of hero.
Yeah,
you know?
for sure. It's going to be... Alright, it's definitely the Varia. And how do you answer with this if you're ONIC? Just go for your typical place, like a Kaja. I think something along the lines of Kaja and Valentina.
Yeah.
See value in me? It looks like they're the ones who are the boring ones.
Boring.
But can be flexed. Again, Boots can play this. Ripo, when and how do you say Fredrin is going to the XP lane?
It's really good, because the early pick we can flex. So like they already picked Fredrin, so they can flex the Fredrin. So makes the coach of the EVOS like a little bit like messy. Like, what? I don't know. The Fredrin will go to jungle or EXP.
Yeah.
Oh, I wonder, Coach, if that's what Coach Yeb and Adi want to do. They do pick up the Kadira to close up their first 2 picks. Abstract, what are you thinking of? What's the trade?
Honestly, right now, the main thing that I'm looking at is the fact that, yes, Fredrin has been picked up. The matter of fact is, Fredrin is a very tough frontliner. Yep. Does EVOS really want to immediately pick up a carry for themselves just so that they don't deny ONIC from taking it away?
Yep. I agree with the carry. I think it's a Brand's hero, although he hasn't really been successful with it, but it's traditionally a Brand's hero. And then you pick up something like a Farside, or a Valentina, but you already have the Novaria, so you want to keep that until the late portions.
Can we flex the Novaria though?
Yes, you can.
Roamer.
Yeah. So maybe you go Yuzhong carry here, if you're EVOS.
Oh yeah, we've been talking
Or
about Yuzhong.
I think Beatrix pretty fine as well.
There it is.
Oh, okay.
Psychots.
Fire battle.
And there's a Beatrix. So yeah, they prefer the coverage.
Oh,
but wait,
wow. Immediate.
Is that Boots? Boots? Is that Boots?
Yes, he said Masha EXP.
Confirmed. Okay.
Okay, so the main idea for ONIC is they just want to have the Masha to just run right straight through everyone just for the Beatrix.
Yeah. Do you agree, Ripple? Like you're an EXP laner, playing the Masha against the Beatrix. How does that feel?
Yeah, really good. It's
Really good?
Great counter for Beatrix.
One hit ult.
Yeah, one hit ult.
Yep, I definitely agree. I think this is such a Yeba. Yeah, you see, this is just a Raja Yeba pick.
Yeah, I spent a few minutes with him talking, and he said that in the scrims prior to MSC, they were trying a lot of heroes, and now it's showing.
Yep, and they're just gonna let it all out. In the first game against EVOS, they pick up the Masha. But now this is ONIC just correcting, just trying to shut down Chaz and maybe force him to pick up the assassin. Picking up this ban on the Akai might be followed up by perhaps a Martis, so that they'll definitely have this Fredrin, which we now confirm is going to be the jungler.
Right now, my only question is, now that you see the Yuzong as well as the NOBAR, what kind of marksman is going to be good here going up against the Yuzong? Because I kind of feel like a lot that you still have in the pool right now might not be so good.
Ripo, when you're a Yuzhong, what's one of the harder marksmen to kill?
Need some stitches? I know.
Maybe Kari.
Carry.
Carry's still open.
Yeah, still open. They can probably pick.
Yep.
How about Brody though? Brody being able to kind of stun and immediately get the distance away?
Yeah, but for me, Brody is a little bit hard meeting the Yuzong. Better Kari, because Kari can really dealing damage a lot.
Plus, I think Carry can use a Purify. The Brody Purify is kind of like, yeah.
It's much slower.
Yeah.
Here we read into it, of course. Again, ONIC will try to corner Taz into picking an assassin, which will again also make that Masha all the more valuable.
Exactly. So you ban on Carry or Brody here for EVOS. Of course, Carry is I'd say the more.
I would say
Magic is my love.
Harriet, of course.
Okay, so now they try to close up here. Ripo, when you try to dive as a Yuzhong and then you see a Harith, is that hard too?
Yeah, it's hard, really hard. Because he's dashing, chrono dash, so really hard.
So far, all the marksman picks are pretty much denied away for our dear friends CW, right?
Yeah.
So he's played a lot of Claude, a lot of Melissa, a lot of Beatrix, and all of which are unavailable. In fact, 1-1 even. So if we kind of look into what he has played before, more of the comfort picks per se, it kind of seems as though the only few ones that's available and makes sense is Carry.
Yep. As we wait for what Chewe will pick up, Sans here, the least deaths among all the players in MSC. 3 times, just 3 times? Wait.
Okay, Valentina. So position 5, Kadita. I think there's a big chance that this will be like a Franco and maybe Franco as well as Ling as the last 2 picks for EVOS.
I don't know, man. The Ling here is going to be quite risky because not a lot of good targets you want to kill instantly. No, I gotta say, even the the Hayabusa maybe not the best as well. A lot of ways to handle, especially with the Kadita being there. So I kind of feel like having the assassin would be very interesting, but not a lot of options. Any options kind of feel like a bit boxy.
What's the real threat coming from ONIC?
Wow! Well, I guess the Baxia is an interesting pick.
Okay. Back in M1, it was EVOS who
still a good carry game though.
It's their counter to the Masha. It's the Baxia.
Yep.
Anti-sustain.
It works, and now they have a Diggy as well. It's Dreams are rocking that.
So you go Carry.
How do you feel about the Baksha?
Really good because can sustain all the damage in the front line. So yeah, very good.
Okay.
Also, the enemy don't have any burst, especially if they PMM Carry.
I kind of feel like it's very good adding pressure as well because the Baxia can move around the map very, very fast. You can clear the jungle creeps. I would say relative towards a Fredrin as well, and as we expected, this is going to be a carry. And early game, I kind of feel like the Baxia will be able to handle the carry. So honestly, personally for me, guys, looking at both drafts, I'm looking at EVOS. If they can pick up the tempo, it's a pretty good game for EVOS.
I think so far EVOS has got quite a lot of lane priority, right? Even when it comes down to the middle lane, even when it comes down to the gold lane, a little bit, a bit of a 50-50 despite going up against the carry. I'm expecting that ONIC will probably put a little bit more pressure down onto the bottom lane.
Right now,
across the world, they also scream, "Go ONIC." So I'm wondering, where are all the EVOS fans? They're gonna need all your support. I agree. So far, EVOS Legends draft, it's very frugal. They only really need to give farm to the Beatrix and to the Novaria, and then they can get into business. Repo, real quick, one more time. Who do you think is going to take game one?
From the draft, I think EVOS. If he keep the tempo, I think they will win this game.
All right. Draft alone doesn't speak much, but let's get into game number, gentlemen.
White Tigers going up against the Yellow Porcupine. We got to see EVOS Legends. Can they pick up the tempo? Can they punish ONIC? Let's go into game number 1 in this best of 5 series.
All right, to talk about tempo, this is Baxia. This is probably one of the top ones or top 3 when it comes to controlling the tempo. You clear the lane so fast, you clear the jungle so fast, you might be able to overwhelm the Fredrin.
I thought that the real interesting thing is that EVOS Legends pretty much have lane priority for every single one of these lanes. So if they continue to really keep up with their rotations, ONIC may actually lose quite a lot of these pressure right smack in the early game.
Right now, Dreams as well. Honestly, looking at Dreams using this Diggy, I'm really interested to see what kind of roam item is going for it. If it's going for the Encourage, I kind of feel like it's going to be very, very good for the team, especially if he's just making sure that he uses ult to make sure that Keyboy doesn't get a good engage.
No, I talked about the fact that EVOS pretty much have got the priority, as well as the fact that they've got more or less early game. But I don't see a lot of reliable stun, reliable lockdown, aside from the fact that Dream S does have the reverse time.
Not gonna lie, man, I kind of feel like with this kind of draft, as long as Psychots as well as Taz can have a very good setup, like they could frontline, I kind of feel like everything else will be given to them for the damage coming in from Bronze as well as Ultimate.
I think the last 2 picks coming out from EVOS were very good. The Diggy can solve a lot of their problems, especially like protecting the Beatrix from the Masha. You also have the Diggy to protect the Beatrix away from this Kanina. So just a lot of like engaged potential coming out from the side of EVOS. So if they do play around that kind of playstyle, they can take this game.
I saw the Encourage on the Diggy, so I kind of feel like in this game, honestly, if they don't want to engage, it's totally fine. They could just siege with the Beatrix alone. Now the turtle has been started by both Kyrie as well as Taz.
And Seikon immediately grunts himself into the Black Dragon form. Taz as well. Seikon's just waiting for the perfect time to jump eventually onto Kyrie. But unfortunately, Kyrie as well, Keyboy's HP doesn't seem to be working very well. Kyrie still managed to take the turtle away, plus a kill down onto Seikon. Things are not looking good, as Put immediately puts himself right in the face of Dream S. That makes Dream S go for a flicker.
I mean, that is kind of how you want to approach the fight, right? You want to make sure that the Yuzong goes in, and then Dreams making sure no crowd control can hit onto Taz. But what went wrong there?
Well, it was the go-ahead coming out from Boots. The go-ahead play that he did went in to burst down the Yuzong, really popping the Dragon Form way too early for the benefit of the side of EVOS, and losing your main tool to initiate against your opponents meant that you don't have the necessary tools around the turtle fight. So it was a well-timed initiation coming out from Boots, and then Kyrie just took care of the turtle. And by the way, very nice retribution coming out from Kyrie.
Yeah, very nice retribution for now. ONIC with a 1,000 goal lead. Keyboy is TPing in front of Dreams as well as Brands. Taz is there, already using the retribution onto Keyboy, but able to escape for now. It looks like Brands just gonna poke a bit here on the goal lane. Quite a lot of emphasis in the goal lane here.
Doesn't really seem like a small little poke off. CW's HP doesn't seem to be looking very well. He wanted to recall, but the thing is, if he does actually recall right now, that is one entire wave that is gone for him. But at least one thing that we know of the fact is Brands is actually is a little bit under EXP, you know, as compared to CW.
For now, looking at how ONIC is moving around the map, it looks like they're kind of, in my personal opinion, they're reacting as well to what EVOS is trying to do, because we talked about this before the game starts, Wolf, where it looks like they try to put more onto Taz, but it looks like this game, they kind of want to go back to, in a way, their own basics, where they want to put a lot of emphasis on Brands' lane.
Yeah, I mean, the fact that they didn't win the first turtle fight, despite having this backsha, means that they really now have to focus on Taz. So Brands, I mean, so that's the win condition. And it's going to be very difficult. Sans holding on to the Diggy ultimate, this is massive for ONIC.
Yeah, super massive now, especially even if Psychots comes in, there's going to be a way to challenge that. Now the Lord is half HP. Taz thinking about resetting it, and now Keyboy goes in.
The turtle is just going to be immediately melted down. Kyrie still takes the turtle. It seemed as though Brad could have gotten it through the Bandit's rage, but it didn't quite go so well.
Honestly, that was quite close because looking at the situation just now, it was timed perfectly. I think the whole communication was between Evo and Kyrie to be like, okay, you ready? I'm gonna go in.
You see the timing was just so good again from ONIC, especially because they have the threat of the times journey coming out from the Diggy that they copied through this Valentina. And of course, Kyrie had a level advantage over Taz, and this is the reason why you want to win the first turtle all the time. If it's a tank v tank kind of a jungling matchup, you want to win the first turtle as soon as possible.
Oh, Sans is there, gonna get caught just a little bit. It looks like failed again coming in from ONIC, and Hijumi wants to try to snipe someone out. E-Boy was found out, but he was able to recall fast. Has in the back line, just gonna be there to see the positioning coming in from ONIC.
Quite a bit of resources is actually already used by ONIC, right? Sans was forced to go for a flicker as their gank didn't quite work so well. EVOS's babysitting service from on the brand is working pretty well, but ONIC, they have their own answers, and that is to get their equal value in the bottom lane by really putting boots there.
Could have sworn that this was a massive play already coming out from EVOS as they do take up the top lane with the aggression coming out from Taz, but it was quickly answered with just a one-man pushing machine. That's the Masha. Every time that Cyclops wants to get into this lane, Boots will just freely just hand over one of his life bars and just gun down Cyclops, poke him down so that he will have to go back and there will be no defense in lane. And Cyclops has really been destroyed in this lane. Not his fault, it's the Masha.
Yeah, honestly, looking at the situation now, based on the reaction, I think Kyrie was able to steal that away. And again, Boots is making sure that it's always a 4v4. Cyclops, you stay here. You have to use good for you, but you're not going to be able to use it now. Taz and Kyrie, they're both starting to lure, but Cyclops goes in.
Is it going to be another time where Kyrie will be able to get a turtle? Yes, he will. ONIC only have got one thing in mind, and that is a turtle. Boots made himself all the way in front. We still had 3 health life bars. It's not going to be a problem. Keyboy immediately gets himself a rough wave, gets himself away. Hijumi as well as Dream S holds himself behind, understanding that Seikots as well as Taz is already dead.
Right now, I gotta say, man, looking at how that last turtle fight went through, it looked like Taz was there. He was alone. The thing is, for ONIC, they were not alone. We're gonna look at the replay. I kind of feel like Taz took too much free damage.
For sure. So what they wanted to do was to take the turtle because they know that the retribution was already used up by Kyrie. And the solution coming out from the side of ONIC Esports is to just go to Taz. Gun him down before he's able to steal off that turtle. And because of that, they just ran through. They just steamrolled over.
Yeah, I kind of feel like if there were more bodies there, perhaps they could have done something to ONIC. But the thing is, everyone was so far away. Taz was basically 1v3 at that point.
And of course, the Echo is just going to be taunting down, or rather hitting down the CW on Kyrie. CW melts down Taz. Not much of a play that he could have made.
Dude, at this point, Taz probably wants to get back on Assassin, man, and Boots dominating his lane. Again, tell us again the story. How is Boots winning against Icons?
Well, it's literally just a matchup issue coming out from the Yuzhong versus the Mashup. Mashup 1v1 versus the Yuzhong just can't win. It will not be enough. There's so much life bars as well as so much damage that can come out from Boots, and he's got to a point where he can definitely one-shot marksman.
No, boy! Great rough wave. Kyrie comes in as a connection, but unfortunately Hijumi manages to dance himself away.
Okay, Hijumi almost died there. I'm pretty sure Keyboy has the Genius Wand. I'm not so sure if Hijumi has any kind of defense because we're going to look at the in-game equipment and I kind of feel like the only reason why Hijumi was able to survive was the HP on the Clock of Destiny.
Okay. And of course the time journey being utilized there that kind of saved him. Boots is strong enough to kind of force out some of the retribution already, which means the Lord will be super duper free for ONIC.
Dude, Boots is higher level than Taz, man.
There's a lot of beefy front lines from the side of ONIC, and it makes it even worse that EVOS just don't have a lot of ways that can actually deny ONIC of these neutral objectives. Not much ways to really push Fredrin away, not much way to just lock him down, no suppress whatsoever. The only thing that they have is just reverse time.
It's unfortunate because we were talking about the draft coming in from EVOS where it's a lot of potential, right? But you got to pick up the pace. You got to make sure that you have a very good start and you transition well. But so far, ONIC the one that is having their foot on the gas.
I really just see this as more of like a snowball composition from EVOS, right? They want to win their lane and just shove the lanes as fast as possible and eventually meet up and to really win in team fights. But that doesn't seem to quite be the case.
Right now, looking at ONIC with a 9,000 gold lead. The Lord is marching up top. Boots is basically just there saying, yeah, you guys aren't going to go anywhere. Right now, EVOS, how are they going to defend?
ONIC doesn't seem like they will want to jump onto EVOS anytime soon just yet. They don't seem to want to extend the fight in order to keep the Lord alive. Keyboy barely making it alive after all of those pokes, but he's going to be A-okay. ONIC continues their counter. They continue to push it down in the middle lane, but EVOS, they defended this pretty well.
That was super duper close to get a kill, finally to get a kill, but it wasn't enough. Keyboy was able to get out, and they do defend. So that's what's more important here for EVOS. That kill wouldn't matter if they had lost more, and they did defend. So they will live to see another day, but they were so behind now. What's that? 9K at 10 minutes.
Here's the thing. I got a question. Brands, Hijumi have not died. They haven't got a kill, they haven't got an assist, but they haven't died. Is it all doom and gloom? Can EVOS do anything to win this one?
What they need to do maybe, because they don't have like a massive like initiation, they don't have a win condition like a Franco or maybe a Minotaur. They will have to look for a mistake actually. Okay, but no damage anyway.
Yeah, no damage.
I thought that there might be only one of the few ways is to just really get Hijumi as well as Brands to really work together to pull off the RSG/SG move, right? Immediately burst down the back lines, bring CW down, that's the win con gone. So this really plays the part where ONIC gonna have to make that big of a mistake and EVOS capitalizing on that small little margin of error.
It's difficult to say against ONIC.
It did manage to flip CW though. His HP is all the way down to half, but it doesn't seem like the time journey would even be able to do quite much at this point in time. The stream has immediately melted down to the hands of Butch, but CW takes the last hit after all. EVOS, they still have got 3 members left. They only want to defend the turret and not necessarily try to get any more kills, despite the fact that ONIC, their HP were looking to be, well, not that high.
All right, here's the thing, man. Brands did quite a lot of damage just now. Half HP. CW was chunked quite a lot, but Kyrie was fast on his feet. It's like, yo, I see where you went now. You did good dealing the damage, but you just revealed your own positioning. He went in, and then everyone else just took care of the rest.
And everybody from the side of ONIC is one item ahead of their matchup. You can see the Fredrin with 8K versus almost just 5K for the Banshia. Also one big item ahead for the Marksman too.
I think the ideal was there, but not necessarily the right time and the right place for Brands.
Yeah. Unfortunately. It's unfortunate, but here's the thing, you got to take a chance, right? No matter what kind of situation, you got to do something, because if you're not, then you're just slowly giving the game away to your opponents. But now, 11,000 gold lead. The kill score isn't a lot. It's 0 and 6, but 11,000 gold, that's a lot.
At 12 minutes, that's too much.
Okay, so big question. EVOS is already in a really bad shape, right? And they're gonna have to play defensive. Do they do a gambit in order to turn things around?
The only gambit they can do is to find the CW. That's the only, I would say, worthy gambit. Taking out Boots will not achieve anything. Taking out Keyboy will not achieve anything. Maybe Kyrie at a certain point, but Chegway is really the target here.
Conceal play. Unfortunately, that didn't really quite amount to much. The Lord marches down in the middle lane with his big trusty trident, while Boots is all the way in the bottom lane, clearing out every single one of the inhibitor turrets of EVOS. We are looking at a barren wasteland, and EVOS do not even try to touch onto ONIC. They're just holding themselves back and focusing onto every single one of the creeper waves, and probably waiting for ONIC to make a mistake and try to jump over. They're waiting for the overextension, but the overextension doesn't seem to do quite much, because even though all of that goes down, the rest of ONIC focuses on to the core.
Very clean game by ONIC coming into this game thinking we're gonna think with our heads. We're not gonna go for those unnecessary kills. They went in, came to do business and profit.
7-0 for ONIC. And in that last clash, you saw how strong they are when it comes to their economy and when it comes to their focus on who they want to kill. Taz, as the Basha, was put from 100% health to 0 in just a second. Just because of the fact that the carry was there, you have the attack speed already, and you also have the supplement of the time's journey. So there wasn't anyone to stop the damage of Chewe. That was amazingly amazingly executed by ONIC.
Honestly, this is one of those games where you could take the entire game from minute 1 up until the end and study how they move to play a perfect game. Because again, this is one of those things where kills don't matter that much. As long as you can push the opponents away from their objectives, eventually you'll just get everything that you want anyways.
Just the presence of Boots itself, or rather Boots himself, is enough to really just drive himself right into the face of Beatrix, and Beatrix will have no chance to get anywhere closer to the front lines. And ONIC knew that as long as they push the Beatrix away, they can crumble themselves and collapse themselves over to the back lines, because they're not going to be afraid of the Bennett's Rage nor the Nibiru's Passion. And that is one of the prime ways they can melt down Taz in an instant.
Well, this is an amazing game, and welcome, Leo. How do you enjoy that game?
Masha's a beast. I think Masha really has a place in the metagame now. That's my key takeaway, especially in the last few seconds, given that with enough of mayhem, the Masha can just come in, and again, in the early to mid, it was takedown heroes. Here it was just really just go ham on the base. Let's award our MVP for game 1. Throughout all the madness, of course, it's the one who comes out on top, Kyrie, with his Fredrin.
100% team fight participation, and well, I just gotta say, Kyrie is amazing, but we gotta talk about the counterpart. I kind of feel like Taz always went in alone. Was that his fault or his team's fault?
I don't think it's his fault. It's just that it was ONIC that solved that problem. First, they have the time's journey stolen away by the Valentina, so that kind of equalized the team fight. The next part is Kyrie won the first turtle fight, and then I would attribute the win of ONIC to that single play. This particular one, you can see that there was already a good connection, but Sans popping the time journey in the right moment when it was already time for the retribution battle. When the threshold is there, the line was already set by the in-game assist, and they were able to get it. And that alone gave the snowball potential to ONIC.
That I absolutely agree, right? When it comes down to Taz playing as a bouncer, you would want to get yourself the neutral objective in order to really keep yourself on the pace with Kyrie's Fredrin. But unfortunately, that didn't quite work. So the best thing that he can do to even provide any more value, to really just be present, be there to peel, to soak, and from that point onwards, hope that the rest of the team moves together with him.
If anything, I'd like to present a third option. It's not Taz's fault, it's not his team's fault.
I think I see it.
It's a misunderstanding of who has the tempo, of who's the aggressor. Because going into the draft, I think even Ripo said, EVOS should be winning this, especially if they're pushing the tempo. But it's ONIC who said, you know what, no. You think you want to go fast? We can go a little faster. And that's what allowed them, exactly. A porcupine, right? Gotta go fast, ding, 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 with all those rings. That's why they went 0-7 in 13 minutes.
Which is kind of thing. I kind of feel like Barat should be a Sonic hero. Get it? Because, anyway.
But they say they're a porcupine.
I mean, here's the thing. Full analytical, right?
Yeah.
Honestly, looking back at the highlights, it was neither Taz's fault or EVOS' fault.
Yeah.
It's Boots' fault. Boots, I keep seeing every single time the turtle has been taken, he was 1v3.
Yep.
He saw dreams, he saw anyone that's there, he's just gunning for them.
Yep, let me piggyback off of that while also converging it with my argument earlier on that it was ONIC just getting the first turtle that won them the game. Another important factor that happened in there was Boots was so aggressive. He was staying into that Rock Ursa bush, right?
Yeah.
You know that bush, right? And he was taken down Psychots. The fact that he forced Psychots to pop the ultimate very earlier on meant that during the turtle fight, during the retreat threshold, there wasn't any dragon form anymore. And once you go Dragonoid form as the Yu Zhong, you don't have any influence, especially when there's a stolen time's journey. So I do agree with you, Boots was a big problem in this game.
I don't know, gentlemen, but first thing for me, if I'm gonna drop a vote, I might put Boots as the MVP, man. He's insane.
Boots is my personal second MVP. Like, I get why it's Kyrie, right? I get why it's Kyrie. He denied so much from EVOS. And I think there was a moment before the match ended wherein you thought the conceal play did nothing. The conceal play did everything to push back EVOS, and not even all the more force them from being on their back foot to being on their bottoms.
So it really comes down to that invisible play from ONIC, right?
It's a free engage.
There's a lot of value just from zoning people out. It's very similar to how the fact that Boots just rushed straight in the face of Brands, pushing backwards, even though he didn't kill Brands, nor did he deal any damage. It's all about positioning factors.
Yeah, you know, Kyrie did a wonderful play, by the way, in the first turtle as well. Apart from securing the retribution, was able to pop his ultimate so that he's gonna be able to get some HP back. It was a lot of like micro decisions and micro outplays coming out from ONIC that allowed them to win this game.
Now, with that being said, we always have to reset, right? We always have to ask what went wrong, what kind of concepts worked. First off, maybe let's start with EVOS here.
Well, EVOS, the first thing when I look at their draft, it really boils down to lane priority. They're able to move out of their lane fast. They'll be able to congregate together to really just create a barrier right in front of ONIC so that they lose control of the map. But that didn't seem to be much of the way. When they're contesting for the turtle, they just don't seem to be able to really grasp a control. Yes, they were really whittling down the health of the turtle, but this is where the draft comes in. They don't have anyone that really is capable of stopping Kyrie from just walking right in, press a retreat, and walk right out.
All right, it sounds like even from blue side, it's EVOS who got compromised. It's Taz who had a hard time. Real quick, before we get back into this discussion, we would like to tell everybody about the upcoming Project Next. That's right. From about mid-2020, we now go to 2023's Project Next. The update is coming soon. From
27th of June.
That's right. Revamped emblem systems, Erudisho story, the brand new hero, and generous events and remarkable bonuses are about to meet everyone. Log into the game if you want to know more about the new update. That's Project Next for 2023. LaFell, Wolf, your thoughts? Should there be something EVOS fixes, or maybe something that they try to attack in ONIC angles?
I want to open a conversation, man, because I kind of feel like this game is all about the EXP. Can finally Delar come in?
Yes.
Yes?
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Can finally Delar come in?
That's a quick answer,
Right.
yes.
Yes. Oh, yeah. A yes from Wolfie Boy.
The general.
The general. Well, you know, this is gonna come from a lot of bias for me. Because,
I mean, yeah, sure.
Yeah, he's one of my favorite players out there. But here's the thing, right? I have a theory. What happened because I have a criticism when it comes to the draft of the side of EVOS, for example. You saw that they had to pick up brands as well as cycles here earlier on. It was Beatrix and Yuzo. We kind of predicted it.
Yeah.
But then again, it exposed the composition that you can see from the side of EVOS. Now, the Masha, third picked Masha, really made a lot of sense. It was checkmate already. You don't have a way to solve it. The Yuzhong will have definitely a problem, and you will have a problem with the marksman. So what we're trying to say here is that if they keep on using or relying on the Psychots, and they are forced to pick up the Psychots and Brand Zero together in the first phase, that is a big problem against a team that can against a coach that can land well, like Coach Yam.
Gentlemen, ask and you shall receive. When you're put up against the wall, you call the general. Pilar is coming in. They're subbing out Psychots. I wish we had Ripo here. I want to hear his thoughts about this whole switch up. Folks, millions of people around the world have been asking for this. EVOS Legends, please, Field Dilar. And today here in Phnom Penh, we are blessed with this.
That's the post. That's the general's post.
Oh, okay.
All right. The general of the Dilarmy.
I want to hear from the most physically composed person on the desk first. Abstract your thoughts. Is this a worthy gambit?
Here's the thing.
Because I want to scream, man.
Okay, this composure comes in from the fact that, you know, I've never been casting in the other M series and the MSC, so I haven't been that critical.
You're in for a treat.
I'm in for a treat, and this is where I think I can come in to ask, what is the big deal of the law?
Okay.
All right.
Please, enlighten
Want
me.
me to send you a list?
He's coming from the most pure
He's innocent.
angles. Yeah, he just doesn't know, folks.
Innocent.
All right, gentlemen.
Well, I guess the first one is that we don't know what Dilar can play now.
I haven't
especially.
seen Dilar play
Haven't seen
in a
him.
while.
But that's why
he could have. And I got better. Yeah.
the thing is, Psychots, you already know what he's going to play, and you know. You see it from a mile away. Even us, we predicted it's going to be Yu Zhong.
Yeah.
And you saw that. And ONIC really played that well, really outplayed that so well. Second is, there is a specific meta game right now, or a specific part of the meta game that I have right now, where it provides for sustained expirators.
You see, you saw that, right?
Sorry.
Yeah, exactly.
Coach Adi is so close with his players. Anyways.
Oh, there he is.
Yes!
Oh,
Let's go!
he's stretching.
Gerald Dilar Trinchera is in the building.
This is a superstar moment.
He cracked his neck like, yeah, I'm ready. Dilar's by playing in the international scene. Last played in 3 World Championship Grand Finals.
In the Grand Finals, he made a grand upper bracket run.
That's right.
Folks, this is not a drill. A lot of Filipinos, a lot of fans around the world have been dreaming for the General's return, and finally we get it here in MSC 2023.
I'm getting goosebumps.
Let's hope it's worth the wait.
Exactly.
You see the smile on his face?
Bukan camat lagi.
Man,
Watching the MPL ID, you know, I get all the statistics, I get everything I can from say cards, from Taz, Hijumi, Brands, Dreamers, even Pendragon. But the La is an NA.
It's been a while.
It's so long. Too long.
There's a specific general in the Philippines who said the famous words, "I shall return."
That was
And
General MacArthur.
General MacArthur. That's very important in the culture of the Philippines. It's a general. It's but fitting that he shall return. By the way, this is the first time that Dilar is going to be playing in MSC. Was supposed to be there with VWise. Unfortunately, the pandemic hit. So that's right. That was a time where there was an MSC. We missed the year. And 2 times in the World Championship, M1 and M3. Now for MSC. First game in the knockout stages, and we can't believe it. And like I said, there's a specific part of the metagame that kind of allows for sustained heroes that he was very famous with. Esmeralda, Uranus, which we can expect now. He's actually really good at the Yu Zhong, by the way. So there's that.
So I would believe that there could be a very high possibility where ONIC would just outright ban out what they know of the law, such as the Uranus as well as the Yu Zhong, just ban the heck out of it.
Yes, but just the same, if you do that, you're playing to what EVOS wants. This is exactly what Coach Age and Taxstamp want. They want to steal the show so that you divert from what's actually happening. Because even if Dilar does come in, I'm pretty sure the team dynamic shouldn't change much. I'm pretty sure it might still be Taz and Brand centric. And I'm guessing if ONIC does bite onto the bait, then that's to EVOS's benefit.
Leo, I gotta ask you, man, is the playing field even now? Both teams have 1 Filipino.
Hey,
you know,
it's still 2-1.
Hey, it's still 2-1, unfortunately.
It's still 2-1. But okay, to be fair, to answer your question, it's always been even. Despite the loss and despite the sweep in the grand finals, both teams come in 100%. Both teams want to compete at their finest. It's just that last time in Jakarta, ONIC was a better team.
Yeah.
Tonight, we don't know. Tonight, especially with Dilar coming in, we don't know.
Is it time for history to be made? Or
history has already been made.
Okay,
Eugene.
remade. Sorry,
To be
remade.
rewritten.
Yeah.
I hope so, but look at this. Is this not a bittersweet reunion?
It is.
Look at Denver. Look at his
100%.
face. Even for Kaine, I'm pretty sure he wasn't.
For sure.
I don't know. Were they expecting this?
I don't think so, man.
No, I wasn't expecting it.
I kind of feel like a lot of people already gave up.
As much as I want in my heart of hearts for Dilar to play, right?
I don't think that give up is a word. It's like I made peace. The fact that
there you go.
at least this season, just give it the Psychots. But now, this is the least of my expectations. I thought that if they will ever deploy the general once again, it should be the group stages. But no, it's not. It's in a knockout stage, in a pivot game.
No, because if you lose this one, you're going home anyways.
But if you win,
but it sends someone else home.
Yeah, and then that means the army is reactivated. back into active service, right? Like, everybody.
Yeah. I mean, how do you feel right now, Eugene?
He's trapped in a storyline that he just caught up to.
I kind of feel like we're in a storm, and he's in the eye of the storm. Is like, how?
This is fine.
Especially because you're an EXP laner, so you're like,
I'm an EXP laner.
Like, how will he play? Like, why is he so amazing?
This is where I will get to learn a lot.
Actually, here's the thing, right? This is one of those moments where you found a really funny video, you show to all of your other friends, and then you have that one friend be like, I hope he likes it.
Yeah, he's never seen this meme.
He's never seen it.
And it's a 2-year-old meme.
Yeah.
That's right.
I hope I do like this meme as well.
At the same time, I hope, because again, the Lar has, let's be realistic, the Lar hasn't been stretching his legs.
It's been a while.
It's been such a while.
That's an understatement
So,
even.
okay, so you're preparing me in the very event that, you know, something doesn't go too right for the Lar.
Yep, finally we've been screaming and singing his praises. How about a word from the young man himself on his MSC debut? Dilar says, I'm very happy to go here in MSC because I've already experienced all tournaments except MSC. So I'm very excited to play. Taz, don't cover him, Taz. Taz, it's his first time here.
He's a superstar. Come on, let him bask in the glory.
He's sorry. He's sorry.
He said, "Mom, all right."
Taz is a beamer, man.
I love him, dude.
Taz is a beamer.
He's adorable.
And again, your experience. Do you think after like such a long time not playing on stage, what kind of effect that would happen on someone like Dilar?
Normally, typically that would go badly. If there's a lot of jitters, your teammates will have a hard time like adjusting to whatever it is that you are trying to do, especially from a team play kind of perspective, especially in an XP, right? But the thing is, Dilar's a veteran. He doesn't feel any kind of those jitters anymore. He's I would say battle
hardened.
Battle hardened. There you go.
I mean, he was there in the first of many battles, right?
Yep.
He was there when EVOS Legends became world champions.
That is right.
And the best of the best that we would call stars now, I'm pretty sure, Dilar inspired the likes of Diablo.
Yep.
Dilar inspired the likes of Edward.
Exactly.
Right? So, that being said, this is historic.
He's like a OP old guy.
So he's basically the father of EXP lanes.
Yeah, he was playing even before it was called EXP Lane.
Oh yeah, that's true. That's true.
His nickname in the Philippines among his teammates around 2020 was Electro Dragon, which is an Electro Dragon, because he plays the Yuzhong so much that he looks like a dragon. That was an inside joke. It's funnier in Tagalog though.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
Okay,
I got it.
Yeah, but you get it.
I'll laugh at anything at this point. I'm just happy to have Dilar here. A few seconds before we get back into the draft. Ladies and gentlemen, quick reminder, it's up to EVOS now. They choose which side they want to be on as we go into the Game 2 proper. Akumbong Atlas for pulling us up into the scene. Finally, we see EVOS going over the red side.
I love the Atlas, by the way. He really helps everyone out. Anyways, going into the draft, ONIC first pick, EVOS Legends second pick. Novaria banned out by EVOS, but ONIC as the first pick, betting out the Claude as well as the Eve. For now, it looks like they're trying to make sure that just the comfort heroes aren't being given away by EVOS. Personally, for me, I'm really liking the Claude ban.
Yeah, it's a brand special, and especially because ONIC really likes someone of Eve. They really like Valentina, so that they ban out the Claude, so just they will open up the draft so much for their squad. I would assume that ONIC might prioritize. Actually, Valentina should be the priority here for ONIC, but it will be banned out so easily.
Amazing.
Okay.
Gee,
whatever.
Help out EVOS, why don't you? So yeah, Valentina has been banned out. For now, again, we're looking at the Joy. I'm not so sure whether Dilar can play the Joy now. And speaking of which, hashtag see the heroes. Half of MLBB's hero pool has been used.
That's surprising.
In MSC 2023 with 60 left to complete the current roster. Now, gentlemen, this does not show that this meta is as balanced as it could be.
I love it. This is amazing, especially given the fact that heroes like Masha are coming through, and this just shows that we're going through the best of the best, the Hall of Fame, the Hall of Legends, if you will, for the meta games across time and space. But now something else to note, even with the 60 heroes left, almost half of MLB's hero pool used, Why is mid still so tight? Why does it seem like there's only so many mid heroes that are viable?
To the point where you even see fighters in the mid.
The answer is really just settle for what works. It's really, that's
4 mid laners banned.
Exactly. So with that, do you go Joy is open, by the way, as well as 1-1. What do you pick ONIC? There's so much. This is a shopping spree, but you only can pick one. Joy,
Kaja.
I always want to see the Joy.
Knowing ONIC, they will pick up 1-1.
To me.
Wow.
1-1 is open. But wait.
Kaja is open as well.
Kaja Joy.
Kaja Joy or
Kaja Joy. Nope.
I think the Kaja will take priority, right? Since that's probably the only one that can really deal with a 1-1.
Obvious though.
You pick Kaja Joy.
I mean, yeah.
I mean, the Lar is in play.
Phobius.
It could legit be absolutely anything.
Get spicy.
Could be Phobius, could be the Joy.
Yep.
They're in no rush.
I think Kaja. Knowing EVOS, knowing the they might be the last pick. Kaja Joy. Oh, fire.
I mean, the Eve is not there anymore. The Valentina isn't there as well. So this Pyramid is looking pretty good.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
You're pretty good.
You are pretty good.
Yeah, thanks.
Okay, get a room.
Speaking of rooms, ONIC, what kind of room are they trying to create here? Because going up against Kaja as well as the Pyramid, quite a lot of engage.
Yep.
How are they going to make sure that this 1-1 will be able to get good stacks?
Yeah, a room where you protect you allow for the 1-1 to have stacks. So you have a frontliner, Frederick, for example.
Or the 1-1 to have what?
A room where you have a room for the 1-1.
To have stacks.
Stacks.
Oh,
stacks.
Stacks.
Okay,
The weakest point.
Right. Perfect.
So, Frederick or Akai, I would say. And then, of course, the Joy is there. Oh, Barca.
Wait, isn't that like...
Okay,
here's the
It's
thing.
not as hot right now.
0% win rate.
Yep, imagine. There's the Frederick, as expected. You can still settle for a carry here if you're EVOS.
No, I mean, like, looking at the situation, there's already quite a lot of dive, right? The Lar could be using something like a Yuzong as well. Are they trying to bait it out? Are they trying to force the Lar?
Absolutely.
Yep, the Dragon is so good here.
They're trying to force the Lar?
Yep.
I mean, looking at the fact that it is a Fasa, yes, I absolutely agree. It seems like a Yuzong makes perfect sense in this case.
Wait,
ONIC ONIC hasn't really shown who their ESP later is, how that movement and how the lane priority would be like. But regardless, we're still looking at the Fredrin. We're still looking at the fact that Fredrin can still flex into the ESP.
I think this is just Joy or carry as the third pick for EVOS.
We talked about it. We mentioned it before the game started. Let's go, the Lar. Let's go.
This is all reliable. This is all reliable.
Oh my God.
Much the way Oh My Venus is SS and Carl Dizzy is Lancelot, the Lar is Uranus.
Exactly.
The Lar is what?
Uranus.
Got it.
The Lar is Uranus. And I'm standing now because I'm so happy about this. It's
Okay, fine, I'll stand as well.
All right.
I'm happy too.
So you ban out carry here if you are EVOS, or maybe
you can pick it up after.
You can pick it up after. I think it actually lapu-lapu as a ban for EVOS. It's a way for you to kind of have a front line to fend off the Pyramid's cult altar, as well as the fact that you allow for your 1-1 to get the stacks.
Honestly, I like the ban onto Franco right now. I kind of feel like, just go with the roamer ban. Any kind of roamer that could give a problem towards the Kaja as well would be pretty good, because I'm also thinking like when I'm playing the Kaja, it's very annoying going up against something like the Atlas, where you could pull me up when I want to pull you down.
Yeah, I know. You don't have to explain.
I'm not going to explain it. No.
Okay, the only problem I have with this Uranus, unfortunately, is that it was picked third, and Coach Yeb just knows how to deal with this. Raja Yeba, Raja Langit Yeba. Did you know that Coach Yeb cannot step on land anymore? That's why he was carried out. FLID. His shoes are far too expensive.
Yeah, that's right. No, have you ever seen him walk on stage?
Nope.
Whenever camera pans over,
I never see him walk in general.
He's just there.
He's hovering. People don't know. He's been hovering all the time.
That's right. Or that's true. Or he's being carried by his teammates or someone else.
I've carried him.
That's right.
MPL Philippines Season 11 playoffs. What a privilege.
That's canon.
That's canon. Looking at the final bans here, the Dairoth closed up, and of course the Fanny taken away.
Carry.
I'm thinking of carry, and then after that, take a ling. It's pretty good against this composition, no?
That's
carry first, ling
that's
later.
true.
What's scary about the Ling though is if the Fredrin goes to the jungle, it's not as easy. That's one point.
Yeah, you might just last pick up Artis here.
I do agree with the Ling also, actually, to be honest, because they will want to probably look at the second insurance onto really dealing with the Fasa, right? Fasa is that large artillery would be one of the big ways that EVOS can't even get close to the opponents. Get closing.
Yep, level up is so good here for ONIC, and then there is that route where you go for some sort of a lockdown to go with your 1-1 so that you have a frontliner. So maybe something like an Atlas, perhaps. With the absence of the Franco, you need that hard lockdown. Something along the lines of like
is Lolita bad?
Judgment, Lolita, maybe something single target, you know,
with the single bonk.
Saber, no, not Saber.
Maybe a choke.
Yeah. Kofra, there you go.
Your team.
Right, Kofra being very solid there.
It's a Keyboy classic.
Looking at draft now, I was thinking about the link, but yeah, now with the Kufra there,
not exactly viable anymore.
A little bit difficult, yeah, a little bit difficult. But again,
but they're kind of lacking damage, isn't it, from the side of EVOS?
I would say early. Mid, honestly, once the Fireman's has the clock as well as the lightning, it hurts quite a lot. The moment it has the Divine Glaive, you could basically almost one-shot the entire team, especially if the team clumps up together. Trust me, I play a lot of Fireman's.
Yep, maybe the finishing touch is the Martis. So you go for the Decimate, you guarantee a kill.
Oh yeah, true.
Shake together.
And you win against the Fredrin, if it is a jungle Fredrin.
All right,
I mean,
this is a Joy, you're correct. Or maybe actually go back to the Batman, perhaps. Martis, okay.
So far, we looked at both teams' drafts. Are we going to be slightly biased with the Lars Uranus here?
Absolutely.
Absolutely?
But
Yeah, all right.
slightly.
All right, EVOS then.
It costs nothing.
It costs nothing.
Again, game one, we also preferred EVOS' draft, right?
That's true. The
Came
execution.
the difference, the execution, and of course, timing.
Yep. Dare I say I don't favor EVOS' lineup, but this is the Lars Uranus.
Just for.
Yep.
Right?
To be honest, I do like EVOS lineup. I do want to see EVOS being able to pull this off.
I believe our camera did stutter a bit there, which made it seem like Yeb was walking, but
he was hovering.
Can confirm he was hovering. I see it.
That was a stock video.
Yeah, I see him straight from where I am now. Definitely was hovering. That was from a couple of years back.
It was
folks.
a stock video.
Again, this is a historic matchup as is. Let's go into game number 2 and make more history in this best of 5, gentlemen.
Going into game number 2, we see Delar finally coming in, but will he be enough to drop down the Sky Kings? ONIC down to the bottom. In fact, we're gonna see the bird fly a little bit longer. This is basically just now.
Yeah.
Just hovering there on the base.
They're fixing some tech issues because Yep's foot tech.
I kind of feel like that took everyone by surprise.
Yep, absolutely. Oh, okay. So now looking back at the draft, I'm just thinking like this Joy, although it is still a good game for the Joy because of the presence of the Beatrix that can go to the backlines, this is not going to be the typical Joy that can easily go up against Marksman because now you have the Kaja.
Yeah.
Traditionally a good counter, or if not an answer to the Joy because you just lock it down, right? You have the damage output and you have a killing blow. So it's still... I think the 1-1's still a problem, although they have the Fermis for the Cult Altar, but...
Right now, honestly, looking at the Marshall, 4 fingers has been shown, and 4 fingers usually hurt. So this will take a while.
Okay, so you guys were talking about a 1-1.
One,
right?
Yeah, 1-1.
We're talking about a 1-1, right? So 1-1 used to be 4 stacks. Now it's 3.
Yeah,
so
3.
At least it's a little bit easier for 1-1 to proc and go over to the ultimate. But okay, the main question that I want to ask is the fact that yes, there is a Faramis and yes, there is a Kaja. They have a catch onto the 1-1 and they have an insurance policy with the Faramis. So what is really going to be one of the biggest problems for EVOS right now? Because as a team in EVOS, if I have this composition, I don't think that I will be afraid of 1-1 at all.
Yeah, you're not afraid of the 1-1. You're also not afraid of the Joy. But having both 1-1 and Joy together, you might not have enough resources to lock down those 2 heroes. Maybe you can only pick one. So that's
so
only...
you pick which 1-1?
Which 1-1, yeah.
Oh. Which
for you to be able to get to 1-1. But yeah, that's the looming problem here for EVOS. Surely they have the tools to go up those heroes individually, but together they might need to pick their fights, and that's a difficult choice to make because it's between Boots and Chewe. So it's a very difficult dilemma. But then again, like I said, they do have the tools.
I see where you're going with here because again, you have the answer, but you probably have the answer for one person only.
Yeah.
Now, I kind of feel like the answer will be much easier if one of the lanes is won.
Yeah.
Right? If the Uranus was able to deal with the Joy, then the Joy won't be that big of a problem later, right? So you can use all your resources to make sure that the 1-1 comes down. But if the 1-1 doesn't see much trouble, then yeah, you can focus on the Joy. If neither of them are much of a trouble, then do whatever you want.
So how's going to be the matchup of Joy versus Uranus? Specifically, if we are looking at Delar onto this Uranus. Yeah. Because I really want to know what kind of matchup I would want to, what kind of matchup this is going to be like.
Honestly, it's going to be surprising because the Uranus, after the buff on the damage, what do you say that? What do you say that?
Delar, check this out.
Oh, Delar, check this out. Anyways, okay. So the Uranus, the first kill has been buffed in terms of the damage. We can hear the crowd cheer.
That's so charismatic, dude.
Taz knows how to play.
So charismatic.
Taz knows how to play with the camera, but again, acting like he's crying. Oh, why did I get to play here? Yeah. What am I gonna put? You know what? I'm just gonna say it. Uranus will be doing pretty good. Okay. That's the end all. That's the only thing I want to say.
One all and all.
And the Joy does quite a lot of damage as well, but level 1, you can cut the lane as long as the Joy gets hit by the Ionic Edge. Uranus will eventually win now, but I don't think the Joy will let the Uranus get the Ionic Edge stacks onto the Joy.
Difficult to think.
It is difficult to think.
I guess the real
it's a skill matchup then. Let's make it easier. Skill matchup. 50-50.
Let's put it
skill
that
matchup.
Yeah. But on the other hand, if we're looking at the other lanes, right? Faramis does clear faster than Farsa at level 1. So generally speaking, if they do want to put a little bit more pressure over to the side of Beatrix lane, since it is Beatrix versus 1-1, I'm expecting that Beatrix should be pretty much A-okay onto 1-1, and they would probably want to get a little bit more of the turret plating off of 1-1 turret.
Which, you know that you say that, didn't know you said that, it's Kajap plus the Faramis, so that's even faster. You have the clear already, clear speed is there, and you can rotate to lanes much faster. And it's like, if you compare that to Farsa and Kufra, that of course will pale in comparison. So you only have to be careful about the initiations that will come from El Keyboy. That being said, Dreams and Hijame, they need to be active this game. They have to make sure that the first 2 picks, the Kaja plus the Faramis, will count.
Honestly, right now, I'm actually quite interested in the Farsa because again, Farsa so far hasn't been doing too well. Still has the damage, but here's the thing. Initially, when I saw the nerf on the Wings by Wings, sure, adding a few extra seconds, making so that you can't really spam your force skill all the time. I thought it wasn't that big of a deal, but apparently it's pretty annoying not being able to fly away from difficult situations. So now ONIC Philippine reunion, Coach Yeb, Kyrie, and Delar meet once again in the international stage, however, on different sides this time.
This time,
this is adorable. These two,
they are adorable.
At this point, I don't think it's EVOS fans. I think they're all just Delar fans.
No? Really? Maybe. Delar has
I'm a fan of Delar now, actually.
Yeah.
You haven't even seen him play.
No, it doesn't really matter. He's charismatic.
Yeah.
Yep.
Alex.
General of the Riz army.
The Kyrie though.
Kyrie, yeah. Even
it's a handsome devil.
Handsome, but handsome devil is Diablo.
The handsome devil is Diablo. So
yeah. All right, that's Raja Yeba, Raja Langit. You're seeing together with Coach.
He's barely sitting, by the way.
He's what?
He's barely sitting. Like his feet is hovering above the ground.
Exactly. And if it does need to kind of get his feet on the ground, they make sure that the ground is like there's a carpet that has been dry cleaned. The upholstery is great. It's premium. You know, he only steps on premium ground.
You know, at this point, I don't even know how to follow that up.
Yeah, there's no follow-up. It's a fact.
It's something that we have to experience first, then we can really say something. Okay.
What was was that?
I'm glad that the way that they're buying time for us, just keep showing Dolar over and over again.
Yeah.
Like, this is the effect. The
One
moment
scene, then go back to Dolar.
Imagine being Dolar. All right. After like what, a year plus I haven't played, now I'm going to play, goes in the game. Pause.
Yeah.
What an effect, man. What an effect.
Yeah. Immediately making a lot of waves. I wonder what they're trying to do. I wonder what they're trying to fix here.
I forgot. For the fourth one.
I think I know. The fact that he is here, his presence itself broke the game.
I agree.
Let's see
It's
here.
just his story.
I keep forgetting, but number 4 has a lot of things on there. But yeah, it would take a little bit of while. Right now, the troubleshooting does say around more or less 2 minutes, maybe just a little bit more than that. For now, we can see the crowd. They're all really enjoying themselves.
Yeah.
Boots. Revamp.
A Boots revamp? Okay.
Oh, him. The guy next to the guy is the revamp.
Yeah.
Boots.
Does look like it.
Yeah, it does.
Looks the part.
I wonder if he actually does. Is that redrafting? Oh. I have good ears, so you know.
You have good ears? You can hear from the stage?
Look, okay, let's not leak this out, okay? I don't know, I'm just something whispering in my ears like, is it a redraft? I don't know. Maybe not, you know.
Are you Daredevil?
No,
I think he is that though.
Yeah?
No.
Alright.
You have all
Koi
kinds
Moi
of
Mao!
Okay.
Koi Moi Mao basically means everyone cheer.
Ah.
Yeah.
You're not only good at hearing, you're also good at understanding.
Oh yeah, no, honestly it's weird. Sometimes I hear people talking like, oh yeah, I roughly know what you're talking about. Now we're gonna look at both Kyrie and Delar face off. Who is more handsome, Kyrie or Delar?
Starting from
Cast your vote.
Starting
Delar.
from Wolf.
Starting Delar.
Okay, Wolf.
Delar.
Can I
get a
Can I abstain? Can I abstain here?
Nope.
This is not the one where you can
are your kids.
Oh man.
You can.
It's so difficult. They're both my boys, you know?
They're both Filipinos that went to Indo.
And both from ONIC.
Yeah, they're both your boys. They both respect you. Now you gotta make a choice. Who is your favorite son?
Just kill me, you know?
We have to be specific here. Who is the most handsome? Because
Just kill me.
if you're nitpicking on the term handsome, I know
Somebody
my answer.
just shoot me now, you know?
You know what? That is probably the answer of a parent, yeah.
My answer for the most handsome would be Kyrie.
Oh, okay.
But the cutest one, of course, would be Delar.
You know what?
I don't know the difference between cute and handsome, so...
You're cute.
Oh, you're handsome.
Hey.
All right.
Yo, we
Got him.
Looking at the screen, looks like they're touching the screen just a little bit. So I think we're about to go into the game.
Yeah, but we are gonna be waiting for the head marshal's instructions to go on with the game, and we haven't seen that just yet.
Yeah, but right now we're seeing
The
them.
chop. It's called the chop.
The chop.
The chop.
The karate chop.
The onion chop.
He's waiting, you know. The head marshal is just there, waiting, preparing for the right time. He seems like he's, almost ready.
Or maybe they're just
I think you were right about the redraft.
Maybe we're just looking at Kyrie and Delar at this point.
Yeah, they're the ping test.
The game does not matter.
Yeah, it doesn't matter, does it? Oh,
no chop. No chop.
No chop.
No chop, and we're in the game. Speaking of which, EVOS has 7K gold lead? Nah, there's something wrong. The game just started.
That was the previous game.
This is how strong Delar is, you know? His presence alone is more than enough to break the entire statistics of the game and the economy and numbers.
No, imagine the buff that you have. The moment you go into a game, you immediately get a 7K gold lead. That's a buff I want.
That is the true meaning of buff.
That's the true meaning of buff.
Is this the time where we focus on Delar just, they're just leading the lane?
I think this is going to be a really good idea for me to really realize and understand between Boots and Delar, between Joy as well as this Uranus, how is the lane priority going to be like? Will Joy even want to stick himself out and stick his neck out and try to go for trades on health while trying to bring down the waves?
Honestly, it is worth it, but the thing is, Delar just keeps on healing up, especially he's using the crab there to make sure that he keeps the 20 stacks.
Yep. And of course, in the meantime, in the middle lane, we do have Keyboy as well as Kyrie jumping onto trees. It didn't really quite suffice too much to our kill.
Oh,
however,
Delar against Kyrie.
this is going to be something. Delar is just going to be jumping himself right in the face of Kyrie. The appraisal trap did manage to connect, but Delar is still going to be A-OK, and we know for a fact that he will regenerate back. But we do have Sans coming in from behind with a feathered airstrike. More than enough. Kyrie still
honestly, that was, I would say, as good as they could do it for EVOS. But again, a very good engage coming in from Keyboy and Taz, low HP.
It is very greedy from the side of Taz, especially since there wasn't much people that could open up the map for Taz and helping them realize that, hey, the orange buff is going to be taken down, or rather the orange buff, someone is going to go over to the orange buff. In the meantime, it does seem like Kyrie did manage to bring the orange buff down. Keyboy and Kyrie is running for their dear life, and Delar takes his very first kill in MSC 2023.
One of the longest scripts that we've seen, just because of the fact that it was the Uranus, and Kyrie really overstayed there. Was able to successfully get the turtle and the orange buff. That was great. Great place, but Delar was there to punish.
What? I mean, something happened, he should be died. Yep. I mean, do one, two, and profit. But either ways, right now on the top side, Taz is here. I kind of feel like you can't really take quite a lot of advantage here in the EXP just yet, because even though Boots isn't winning, Boots isn't really losing as well.
I think this is the point in time where the ESP is just so equal and 50-50. Even if Delar is winning against Boots, it just takes so little for Boots to come back in this game. You just need one person, hit himself up to the top lane, push Delar away, and they're back to equal.
I kind of get what you're coming from, but looks like there's a clash.
Keyboy, bouncing ball. In the meantime, suppressed in, and Keyboy is not in a good spot at all. The entirety of EVOS collapses themselves and brings the front line down.
I would have said that it was Taz who's suffering. Even when like Delar as well as Fred's having a great time, Taz will be the one suffering. Now he gets 2 kills. He still is a level behind Kyrie, which means that Frederick will be snowballing out of control when it comes to taking down those neutral objectives. But overall, something has to be done for Taz. Not only when it comes to the kills, they need to really make sure that they get probably the 3rd turtle and the 1st Lord. That's how they should be winning this game.
Though he may technically be a level behind, or rather a few EXP behind, I'm pretty sure that his itemization is not on the line. But in the meantime, he has Keyboy jumping in. He did manage to connect on the Dream as, but Kyrie for now takes the turtle for his own. Delar gets himself away, and the entirety of EVOS actually went in for business and went out.
Yeah, looking at the situation just now, Dream's user and T, but he does not have his ultimate up, because at this point, I kind of feel like EVOS, they kind of want to move proactively, but even if Kaja does catch someone, looking at the damage, I kind of feel like if it's just 2% there, including the Kaja, they won't have enough damage. But 4 people here, they might be able to do something. Dreams just got his ult, but the thing is, still doesn't have the flicker.
You can see that already. You can see the strength of the Frederick. Like he's able to really tank up, and whenever he gets the 1st turtle, it's really a massive boost to the farm and tank ability of a Frederick. Oh, too early.
Just a sliver, runs himself away and pumps off the defender for a little while longer. Kyrie, with the Appraisal's Wrath, he will be able to bring Taz down.
I don't know whether Taz had the orange buff or not at that point, but I was so low. Sans should have died, but still was able to run away. And just an interesting point that I got to give over to Wolf now. Delar is not building the Enchanted Talisman first. Yeah, he's building the Oracle, meaning he's going straight for defense.
Yep. He knows that he needs to tank up against the Joy. Somebody has to take care of business. So you have a little bit of damage mitigation for magic from the Oracle. Of course, that's Farsa as well as the Joy is going to be a problem later on. Then you go to Talisman afterwards.
Best of both worlds, huh? You're able to sustain for extended team fight, and of course, you're going to be A-okay with Sans and Blue. I like that.
100%. Right now, looking at the bottom lane, Keyboy is charging out. Catches him.
Dream immediately brings CW down while Keyboy was looking to try to bring down the bottom lane. Keyboy, great power spray. Slams Reapers right over to the wall, and the rest of ONIC follows by. Sans almost managed to help to bring Dreams down. But Taz is here with the first testament to connect down onto the front. Keyboy jumps himself right within the range of the turret, and he's going to be A-okay.
A lot happened, but I gotta say, man, perfect timing by Keyboy. He knows, like, okay, you guys are gonna recover in 3, 2, 1, clap back.
That was there's just a lot of micro things that happened in there. First, the jump coming out from the Kaja that was Dreams, that was immediately piled up by Bennett's Reach, and he was able to pull back his target, which was Chewe, to multiple bombs from the grenade, from the Bennett. That's why he's able to kill him off. Then afterwards, when the counter was activated, you know that you get suppressed, right? You get stunned when the shields are up. So Kyrie just popped the ultimate immediately, effectively stunning up 3 heroes that set up for the
Keyboy.
Speaking of catch, Keyboy, he tried to go for it, but no one else was really around that to follow up.
Oh, and Kyrie was able to retrieve that gold crab away. So, small win, but you know what? Any kind of win, you're just going to be appreciative of it. Right now, let's look at the items. Anything we should be thinking about here?
Okay, so yeah, you mentioned the Oracle. There is an upcoming Dominance Ice for Dilar, which kind of deals with the 1-1, which is much needed. And on the opposite end, some just casual items from the Kufra so that he's being able to last up against the Marty.
Right now, Dilar is deep into enemy territory. Looks like he's just getting vision a little bit. So far, looking at the mana pool, he should be able to handle Boots quite well. Speaking of which, Boots and Dilar, not winning, not losing. Both EXP laners, they're just kind of like doing their job, biding their own time.
It's a very equal fight, right? We're looking at both teams pretty much hanging on the knife's edge. Anything that will happen, it will eventually erupt.
Right now, looks like EVOS tried to catch Keyboy off guard with a little bit of damage. So far, Keyboy, he is going to be linchpin. Kyrie goes in, finds Hijime.
Vaughn didn't really quite connect on the Hijime though. Forced him to went off with the Cult Altar.
Oh, what a good go-ahead play coming out from Kyrie, utilizing the Retribution, knowing that the next objective will be about 20 seconds away, so it will be cooling down for sure. What he did was to force out the Cult Altar just because of one micro play.
Didn't really quite connect the current revenge though. Hijime was looking for a small little happening, but it seemed like he would want to go in anytime soon. But Sans finds something, and that is a fantastic aspect. They actually managed to clip down the Hijime and Brands more than enough to force them away. This is a small little priority that they can have.
I gotta say, man, EVOS, they gotta slow things down because Hijime needs a bit of time to come back to the Lord fight. But right now, Keyboy, the Lord is there. Keyboy doesn't want to go for the Lord just yet.
Oh, that's crucial. They lost control of the Lord, but now Hijime, his ultimate is cooling down.
And now, looking at the Lord, about half HP, Kyrie as well as Taz is both there. Dilar soaking a lot of damage. Dreams tries to find any angle that he can get. And now Keyboy is just there. Brand's on back. Dilar so low. Brand secures it.
It doesn't seem like Brand will go down anytime soon because him getting it as the Lord is going to be big. And for now, ONIC continues to tower through and power through. Hijime and Taz did go down, but the Lord is still going to be working for themselves. Who's going to be calling in the proxy? Help them bring Taz down as well as the first tier turret.
Oh, what a jump coming out from the entirety of ONIC. But even better was the ultimate coming out from Keyboy. Once again, this time, he didn't have any sort of hellboard setup. It's just literally the melee-based comp that you saw coming out from EVOS getting punished by the Cupra. Still, Brands secures the Lord, and that's massive for EVOS. But then again, Kyrie, ever so efficient, steals an orange buff up top.
Yeah, I gotta say, man, that was crazy. I would say the play came from both gold laners, man. Brand secures the Lord. CW secures 2 kills for himself. And the thing is, they gotta find a way to make sure that Brands is all right. Sans so far has not died. And again, this Barca deals a lot of damage, even though sure, very soft. They gotta make sure that Brands is taken care of. As long as Brands is fine, he should be okay. He died twice. Dreams hasn't died at all.
Definitely agree. I think the start of the fight, you saw how much damage he's already able to deal. And that's also a way to break the formation that you are seeing from EVOS. But the fact of the matter remains, taking the Lord means that you will eventually get a lot of pushing potential. And that is going to be the economy equalizing for both teams.
Right now, Taz was able to secure a orange buff for himself as well. Level 13 on both junglers. Brands level 11, CW level 12. Hijime right now, I kind of think in terms of items, he should be doing quite well. But the thing is, Keyboy as well as Kyrie is putting up so much space between them as well as CW and Sans, making it quite, I would say, quite safe for CW to move forward.
I just want to say though, Keyboy is very tanky now. Radiant armor as well as the dominance eyes just really picked up. We can see that he is, he knows the correct items. Where you're looking at his counterpart, it's the Kaja. He's about, what, 600 gold richer? But interestingly, not able to complete an item. Right now, of those casual items.
Yeah, here's the thing. I kind of feel like Dreams right now, not dying, kind of feels quite well if he wants to go for that fleeting time. Looking at Brand, he's probably going for a Hunter Strike soon. He has a lot of penetration, so in terms of damage, it's kind of looking quite good. But again, you can have all the damage in the world, but if you die, it kind of doesn't matter.
It's gonna be a very important second Lord. I guess that whoever takes this next Lord and then wins the fight will inflate their lead to about 5,000.
Now, one thing that we're gonna have to reconsider and remember is the fact that EVOS did manage to pull off getting themselves the first Lord, and that was no fluke. EVOS have timed their retribution between Taz and Brands. Brands wanted to go for the snipe onto the Lord at the same time of Taz going for the retribution, and we can more or less prepare for something like that to happen again. As such, ONIC maybe you should keep an eye out for where exactly this Beatrix is.
Right now, I'm actually looking at the map. Sans is coming back into the fight. The Lord is coming in. E-Boy is looking for an angle. The Lord is very low. Taz is alone. Everyone else is far away. The Lord is going to flank from behind. 11,000 HP left on the Lord. Looks like no one wants to commit just yet. They really want to make sure someone dies first. 8,000 HP on the Lord. And now,
this is going to be a finesse race. Positive with passion onto the Lord, and Taz will eventually be able to get the Lord down. But unfortunately, throughout all of that, the Lord is still going to be taken down to the hands of ONIC. Hijumi goes down too. ONIC found value after taking the Lord.
Yeah, massive snag coming out from ONIC for sure, especially with the ultimate coming up from Keyboy, stopping the Iron Distracts, already committing the Purify. But then again, that's the idea coming up from ONIC. Wow, okay, Kyrie, using the taunt to his...
You talked about the Purify. Hijumi didn't use his.
Yeah.
I saw quite a bunch of crowd control onto him. I kind of feel like Hijumi should not have died just now.
Well, he knows that he will have the passive anyways. He's going to trigger it. It's not worth to commit your Purify. Through the instant replay, you're going to see the go-ahead usage of the Bennett's Rage. But Dilar was isolated. You can see Keyboy with the knockback, utilizing his ultimate. And they were just fine not giving away the Lord to the side of ONIC. So it's pretty much an even trade-off between two teams.
And honestly, looking back into the highlights, everyone else was going away except for Hijumi. So maybe there is some kind of
communication
communication issue there.
Yeah.
They gotta fix that up because Hijumi, he has to know he is the mid laner. He can deal the damage, but again, you gotta make sure that you're in the right position to actually hit your ghost blisters onto multiple targets.
I guess the call for EVOS was hit and run. Let's just get the retribution, let's get out afterwards. Knowing full well that there's some massive engaged comp that you can see and expect from ONIC. EVOS, they're far too afraid to commit 5v5 versus ONIC unless it's just for the sake of getting the retribution onto the Lord.
Right now, looking at the positions of everyone, Dilar is solo up on top while the other 4 members of EVOS somewhere here down bot. Dreams now has the Fina shield to be able to handle the damage coming in from Sans. Sans so far again has not died just yet, doing absolutely quite a lot of damage onto EVOS. I gotta say guys, during this entire fray, during minute number 1 up until minute 15, the start of the game, 7,000 goldies. But after that, I would say not even a 1,000 difference between both teams.
Yep, I definitely. And big props to ONIC, alleviating 7,000 gold in just the first few minutes of the game.
Amazing.
Yeah, it all boils down to the first buff. Eventually, once you get the first buff, the lead is just so much. But in all seriousness, one thing that I'm looking at from the side of ONIC is the fact that they are pretty much more or less going for like a wombo combo, unga bunga kind of thing, right? While EVOS, the main thing and the main way that they have been playing is really just Sand Dream as with a flicker, followed by pulling and picking off someone. From that point on, hopefully that they will be able to get that numbers advantage in order to win in the team fight. And not to forget, with the insurance from Hijumi, I thought that would have worked well.
And I kind of feel like both teams are trying to see who's going to make the mistake. CW is getting sniped quite a few times already by Brands. Brands so far has been pretty good on those snipes. Lord Spawn, EVOS so far has been able to secure 2 for themselves, and they make it a 3, or this time, ONIC is going to make sure that they get it. Looking at Dilar, he is inside the base of ONIC.
And Keyboy jumps himself right onto the front lines. Taz seems to be in a deep trouble as Hood puts himself right onto Hijumi. Brands all the way behind, trying to go for the snipe, but unfortunately that's not going to work out for them this time. For the first time, ONIC get themselves the Lord, but the lies all the way down in the bottom lane, pushing the wave all the way through. In the meantime, we're looking at 2-way roll matchup. CW pops his own one and tries to follow through.
CW wanted to say, I'm the king of the skies, man. Kyrie's on my team, sure, but look at me.
Oh man, massive split from Dilar, but it will not be enough. Does complete the push onto the bottom lane, but now with ONIC getting the Lord and winning the battle afterwards, there's not much waypoint that they have, and now they can come and trade off easily.
Right now, looking at how the waves are moving, ONIC now has a 2,000 goal lead. The Lord is still marching in the mid. HMA is trying to protect his own base, his own turret. Now, EVOS, I kind of feel like they can protect this, but they took quite a heavy hit.
100%. I mean, ONIC will lose their bottom lane, but the fact that there still is a Lord and a lot of big minions marching, ONIC still has map control.
And Sand, in the end of the day, Sand, they still managed to get a kill with a magic warship onto Brand, and that is more than enough for them to bring the win con down.
Dude, that must hurt, man. We haven't seen Farsa in quite a while, but the thing about a Farsa is, all you got to do is one job. Drop the marksman.
Raw damage. That's what we want from the side of ONIC. And speaking of raw damage, look at the amount of damage that they can deal onto Dilar. Despite the fact that he is pretty tanky, they still can bring him down to such a low percentile of health. ONIC forces their objective and push their way through. Brand is nowhere to be seen, and this is one of the best opportunities for ONIC to make a play without the main damage dealer from the side of EVOS. And thus, Kyrie makes himself the front, and he's just wanting to get himself right in the middle. But unfortunately, the immortality will be popped. Brand joins in the frame, and ONIC finds this time to run away. But Dreams! He knew that this moment will come. With a flicker, he brings one.
ONIC look like they overstayed their welcome.
Definitely. They've already pushed out 3 lanes of turrets. You should be happy with that, especially knowing that Brand's timing is going to be cooling down. You know, he's going to be respawning. The fact that Kyrie stayed in front of that base building also forces all his immortality, which, by the way, is a mortal sin in that portion of the game. It's, you know, it's a very valuable cooldown to not have. And then Brands was able to respawn, and there's DSS coming up from Dreams. Still, ONIC, massive lead, map control is theirs. Not impossible for EVOS though.
At this point, everyone is almost full build. I see Hijime not full build just yet. I kind of feel like after this, he will go for the Blood Wings. Lord coming up in just a bit. And this time, EVOS, even though they are at a goal deficit, they're in prime position to secure the Lord. And again, at this point, it kind of doesn't matter about the goal.
This Lord is looking to be very scary, as ONIC can literally take this Lord fight, this Lord dance by the throat of EVOS.
Right now, looking at the Lord, Kyrie is pulling it towards the side of ONIC. Dreams, will you have a good position? D-Boy is looking for a target, finds Dreams.
And immediately slams him into the wall. Hijumi came in to give him the insurance policy. Dreamers is still alive, however, the law is not. It's going to be popping up with the immortality, and immediately with the intro of Winter Truncheon, he could stay alive, but expended off his immortality, just so that he will be able to go for the trade onto Dreams. This means there's only 3 members left on the side of EVOS.
There's only 1 play left. That's the bottom. Taz sees it. Is anybody from ONIC gonna play? They cancel the TP. Oh, that they have boots anyways.
They have boots.
So now, ONIC prime position to end the game at around 21, 22 minutes. For now, EVOS, their damage dealers haven't been able to do quite a lot. Haven't been able to do too much.
That was really a tough fight, isn't it, for EVOS? Because in a macro sense, there's so many things going on. They're gonna have to take note of the top lane, middle lane, and the bottom lane, which will eventually push in, especially for the top and the middle, right? Because if the longer that they keep this fight going, the longer that they hold on to this Lord, unfortunately, EVOS will be on the chokehold. They can't dance around the Lord for that much. They need to deploy someone to defend the base.
Well, right now the Lord is marching in. Sans trying to find a good position to make sure that he can get onto Brands. Brands is still alive. He will be trying to clear minions. The Lord comes in. Better strike used.
And same as though Taz was hoping that he'll be able to get a kill down the Sans, but the rest of the members on the side of ONIC will probably want to focus down the floor. But the Lord is frozen. He don't care about much at all. But the main front line of ONIC is gonna see that though we've got Kyrie taken down. But there's quite a lot of trade. Dream, Taz, Salah, all of them taken down. Keyboard, backline, but they don't care.
Looks like now, match point for ONIC. The Lar comes in. Honestly, quite a good change. EVOS looking pretty good, but not good enough.
Macro wasn't theirs, unfortunately. during the important Lord team fights, they lost control of the map. Kyrie was able to get it. They were poked down. Dilar wanted to go for that split push play. Was successful in doing so. But in the end, the entirety of the East gang wasn't able to secure the Lord. Still, the 1-1 is pretty strong, I would say. And the fact that Boots was making it so impossible for the backliners of EVOS to get into position, that was another problem that they had to solve.
I gotta have to say though, I really do commend the fact that EVOS constantly tries to drag onto the game and get themselves more time, buy more time to eventually find the small little weakness that ONIC has. Because here's the thing, I've always seen EVOS as a very slow team. They will always start off the series in a very slow manner. They would always give their opponent the first point, and eventually they bounce back. So more or less, EVOS is still keeping to their MO. They're giving 2 games over to ONIC, and you wouldn't be too surprised. I wouldn't be too surprised if EVOS somehow finds a way to turn the game around.
Yeah, I kind of feel like game number 3, because again, it's not over. It is a best of 5. Looking at how they were playing just now, CW, honestly, in my personal opinion, played out of his mind. Brands, I kind of feel like he did well as well, but again, always targeted. I'm gonna bring in Leo into this conversation. That was an amazing game, Leo.
We can only really do so much as hope, all right? We were definitely taking our dosage of copium and hopium when Dilar came in. But again, the question stood. Will his macro stand up to the fact that he's a new part of this equation? And we saw some signs of the old Dilar, right? We saw how even when everything is up against EVOS's odds, he tried to push that bottom lane. He really did. And I don't know, is it just me or is the mid-game something that EVOS really just let go of somehow?
Honestly, I kind of feel like it's all on ONIC, because we're going to look at the MVP for now, and the MVP of this game is going over to Sans, where again, we got to remember, in MSC, 0% win rate, Sans just changed that. And the thing is, Sans and Boots, like, we got to bring up Boots again. He's a pretty cool guy, he's a pretty nice guy. He makes sure that everyone stays careful. But in his game, he keeps telling Bronze to be careful, because Sans and Boots always making it so that, you know what, Bruns? Maybe you could relax here. Don't be close to the fight.
I love the fact that there was an important pickoff coming out from Sans. Didn't go for the mystery shop. It was playing really passively, but at the same time he's on point with the ultimate. He used the flicker so that he's able to eliminate Brands. And that actually gave so much of a push for the side of ONIC. We're going to see highlights once again. Important turtle team fights, but Sans was able to get 2 kills. Great start. You see Keyboy with the counter play.
Oh, that was beautiful.
That's nasty.
That was nasty, and it was started because of the cult altar that expired.
Now, here's the thing. Whenever we are looking at the initiation coming from EVOS, the main thing that we want to grab on is the person in front. Most of the time is Kyrie, the other time is CW if the opportunity presents itself. Otherwise, Sans would never be caught. So right now, the main idea is that Sans had got free real estate. As long as he's in the safe place, he will have all the free feathered airstrikes. He can deal as much damage as he can. And the main problem about Fasa right now is the fact that everyone can deny him, everyone can stop his ultimate, but in this game, not much. It's only this one time where Taz actually managed to find that knockup onto Sans, where there's not that much value to be made.
Oh man, look at Sans is just like a menace against Brands. He seems like a Coach Yep as well as Coach Achille or Adi. Just gave him one task to do today. Make it so that Brands will not be able to play. Don't let Brands play. That's what he did.
He did it. He set it up, right? If there would be a secondary MVP, I'd say it would be Chewe. But that's a completely payoff type of MVP. Sans was both. Sans helped set up amazing team fights for ONIC, and he had a great pop-off from the mid to the late game. Let's look at the items here. This was a relatively long match. Again, 22 minutes. There was a clapback. There was a time wherein ONIC said, you know what? It's our turn. We're going to win. But just the same, EVOS built up. EVOS had a good, solid ramp up to the mid-game.
Honestly, I feel a lot of people will be critical on to Brands, but in that kind of game, it's very hard for him as a marksman to position really well to the point where I kind of feel like you've been kiting a lot. Would it be crazy to say, might as well just go forward, flicker forward, and try to kill them before they kill you? Because I kind of feel like at this point, Brands is trying to avoid a lot of the damage, which again, that's your initial instinct. Is this one of those situations? Might as well just like, I don't care, I'm gonna go in, I'm gonna try to kill everybody.
I know a gold digger would do that, and he's called the gold standard in the Philippines. He's not afraid to go flicker in, and he knows his timings, right? But then again, if you're gonna be looking at the composition of ONIC, it's kind of hard to do. There is an opening though. Once the Joy already went to the backlines, and of course that's already used to the ultimate, maybe you can go and flicker in. This is also a dilemma between like picking up Paramis. Sometimes it will go badly for you because once you receive that ultimate, it seems like your enemy will have a free stun. All they have to do is to pop the feather air strike and then land it to the extra shields, and you're gonna be stunned up. Maybe that's the reason why Brands does not go for that kind of flicker play, because he will be really susceptible with that 1 second stun. That's a theory though.
And actually, the way EVOS approached it is they wanted Brands to be on, I'd say, the forefront. They wanted him, again, to kill them before they killed him. And that's why I think they also played the Faramis here, and of course, tried to be aggressive with Dreams. And even towards the late game, towards when things were looking dire, Dreams was looking for a play. He tried to serve up kills to Brands inside their base, but it just wasn't so easy to do. It was conceptually possible, but ONIC did not allow for it. So a little bit of deja vu from game 1 going into game 2, despite the switch up in both the roles, the players, and of course the draft. Gentlemen, your thoughts, what might be going on in their minds here, both EVOS and ONIC, going into game 3?
I mean, I mentioned before, EVOS, they are a slow team. They can come back with a full series sweep. And we have seen before in, many other occasions, except for MPLID this time. So, well, maybe we'll be able to see something like that soon. But for EVOS lineup, right? I believe that what we have seen is that they do want to play for team fight. They want to play for play for pickoff with the Kaja. At least they will be able to pick off the 1-1. So the 1-1 becomes not much of a problem. And initially, that seems to be it. But in the end of the day, CW with a 5:1:4 kind of KDA, that doesn't sound very good at all.
Honestly, going into game number 3, I'm kind of critical on the Hijime, right? Because I kind of feel like he could have done a little bit more, because we can't see the amount of damage he dealt. Maybe he dealt a lot of damage, but I kind of feel like, again, it's not enough. Perhaps he's the hero, not good for the matchup, but who knows?
Well, I wish there was more that EVOS and ONIC can do to take it all the way, but just the same, we're gonna go throw over to our hosts and see what's going on the floor here at MSC 2023.
Thank you, casters. We're here with the beautiful ladies coming all the way from Indonesia.
To Cambodia. Wow, I'm shocking. It's like so beautiful here. Yes, my heart is beating so fast.
Ladies, let's tell the world who you are. Go ahead.
Hi all, I'm Pali Laurencia. I'm a content creator, MLBB content creator, and also a KOL from Indonesia. Nice to meet you.
Hi everyone, I'm Pika. I'm from EVOS. I'm a talent at EVOS Esports. Hi.
Hi guys, I'm Puni and I'm a pro player for GPX, an Indonesian team.
How do you say hello in Indonesia? In Bahasa, how do you say hello?
Hello. Hello.
Hello.
Hello, this Sam.
Okay, how do you say, how's everyone doing in Bahasa?
Apa kabar?
Apa kabar? I remember
Hey,
that.
but can you say Chumriap Su in Khmer? Chumriap Su. Chumriap Su. Okay, once again, Chumriap Su in Khmer. To the camera.
Chumriap Su.
Wow,
Did they get it right? Did we all get it right?
Yeah.
Okay, we can speak Khmer now. All right, we need to find out who you're rooting for. Is it EVOS Legends or ONIC?
Me? Honestly, I lean towards ONIC because they're like so GG. You've seen Kyrie's
So GG.
retribution, yes.
What is it about ONIC that you like?
His on-point retribution. Have you seen from the first game until the second game, always on point like retribution? In Indonesia, we call it like not Indomaret retri. Retri anti Indomaret,
Kyrie is really amazing. Okay,
Yes.
how about for you?
I'm rooting for EVOS, of course.
EVOS, I think the hair says it all.
Yeah,
Why
sure.
EVOS?
Because it's my team.
Because it's your team.
Yes.
You play for EVOS. How about you?
Honestly, I'm rooting for both, but for now, maybe EVOS.
EVOS.
Okay.
Because you also play
Yeah.
for EVOS. Okay.
I played for EVOS.
I want to know that you guys are EVOS and you are
ONIC.
So what you love the most about EVOS, and who is the best player that you love the most in
Player.
EVOS?
Player for EVOS. Favorite player.
For player, I don't know.
Who's the best for you?
The
That's
best
a
for
big
me,
one. Yeah.
Pass.
Okay, how about for you?
Tas also.
Oh, okay.
Nice.
Lots of hands.
Wow.
But what's happening right now? It's 0-2 for EVOS. Are you nervous? How are you feeling?
I trust them. They can
You
turn
trust
around
them.
the score. Yes.
Okay, but are you feeling nervous, excited, sad? What's happening?
A little bit like excited or a little bit nervous because now 2-2.
I think I'm quite excited to see the
comeback.
Yes, the comeback for the next game because I hope like EVOS can score another point.
How about for you?
I'm rooting for ONIC, of course.
What do you think is the likelihood that it will be a sweep once again for ONIC?
I kind of think it's going to be 3-0.
3-0. Does the crowd agree? Do you think it's going to be 3-0? We got a lot of crowd yelling out hello. All right, so we've settled this. You're rooting for EVOS, you're rooting for ONIC, but here's the question. Who is better looking, Dilar or Kyrie? Regardless which team you're rooting for, okay? Let's be not so biased. Dilar or Kyrie?
That's the hard question.
Dilar.
Yeah.
Because Pika answered Dolar already, I chose Kyrie.
Kyrie. Okay. Why Dilar? Why Kyrie?
Because Dolar is funny.
Dilar is funny.
Yeah.
You like funny guys.
Yeah.
Okay. How about for you? Kyrie because?
I chose Kyrie simply because Pika chose Dolar.
Oh, okay. So you want to be the opposing. But how much better looking is Kyrie in real life? Like, do you think?
I think he's the same in picture and in person.
Same.
Yeah.
Okay. How about for you, Dilar or Kyrie? We're settling the
It's
tie.
actually a hard question. They're both cute, but I pick my boyfriend.
You pick your boyfriend.
Yes,
Where's
of course.
Where's the boyfriend? Is here? Where's the boyfriend? That's the boyfriend.
Yes.
Okay. Boyfriend. Good girlfriend right over there. She can't choose because you're right here. All right, she's being loyal. You choose for her. Who's better looking, Dilar or Kyrie?
It's hard, but I think it's Kyrie.
Kyrie! Okay, the vote goes to Kyrie. Great girlfriend that we have right here.
No pressure to ask the question. Okay ឥឡូវនេះយើងឃើញថាគាត់កំពុងតែដណ្ដើមគ្នារវាង Kyrie ជាមួយនឹងជាធីមតែម្ដងគឺ ONIC ហើយនឹង EVOS ថាអ្នកណាមួយដែលល្អជាងអ្នកណាមួយសង្ហាជាងគឺកំពុងតែដណ្ដើមគ្នាតែម្ដងឥឡូវនេះគឺអត់ហ៊ាននិយាយច្បាស់ព្រោះដោយសារតែ boyfriend គាត់នៅហ្នឹងប៉ុន្តែឥឡូវនេះយើងចង់ដឹងថាតើបន្តទៀតគឺនឹងមានអ្វីកើតឡើងនៅក្នុងវគ្គទី3ជុំទី3របស់យើងប៉ុន្តែមុននឹងវគ្គទី3របស់យើងខ្ញុំនឹងមានសំណួរមួយទៀត I have some question for you. You see that a lot of people here are fans of EVOS and ONIC. Are you surprised that a lot of people here in Philippine City are fans of Indonesia player?
I'm really surprised actually because it's like Cambodia, right? I don't think there's any Indonesians here, only like a little, but
sure.
There's so many audience right here. That's so great for both team EVOS and ONIC.
Wow គាត់ពិតជាអត់នឹកស្មានថាកម្ពុជារបស់យើងគឺជា fan របស់ ONIC ឬក៏ EVOS ច្រើនដល់ម្លឹងទេព្រោះអីដោយសារតែ Indonesia នៅក្នុងថ្ងៃនេះគឺមានតិចតែប៉ុណ្ណោះប៉ុន្តែពិតជាអរគុណមែនទែនទៅដល់ fan របស់កម្ពុជាយើងបាទ
All right. We need your help to pump them up. You pump up EVOS Legends. She's gonna pump up ONIC. How's that? Because there's the two of you. You guys go first. Go ahead. We're the fans of EVOS Legends.
Hey, the stage is yours. Rock the stage.
So if I say EVOS, you guys say roar. EVOS? EVOS?
All right. Let's see the energy for ONIC.
Okay, fine. If I say go, you say ONIC, okay? Go!
ONIC!
Go!
ONIC!
Let's go!
Wow.
The fans are the players. They can hear you right now. They don't have their headphones on yet. What do you want to say to ONIC right there? They don't have their earphones yet. Go ahead.
Okay, you guys are very good players, so I really hope you're going to win the MSC, actually. I'm really hoping.
And your message, let's say, for EVOS Legends, is Delar still there? Delar is still there. What's your message to Delar?
Please no. Or no, I'm just going to relay my message to all of them.
For all of them, okay.
Just good luck and have and enjoy the game. Don't get pressured, okay?
Okay.
Don't get pressured.
Is there anything you want to say to EVOS?
Just focus more on the next game and do the reverse sweep as they did in MPL ID.
អូខេគាត់បានជូនពរទៅដល់ EVOS ថាសូមកុំឲ្យមានសម្ពាធអីលេងដោយធម្មតាហើយខំប្រឹងឲ្យអស់ពីសមត្ថភាពហើយជូនពរនឹងទទួលបានជ័យជំនះនៅក្នុងវគ្គបន្តទៅទៀតនេះក៏ដូចជា MSC 2023ផងដែរបាទ
Now we're gonna find out if EVOS Legends will make a comeback or will ONIC do what they did for MPL Season 11 and sweep their opponent. That's what we're gonna find out. So we're gonna head back to our casters. Take us, see the world.
Akun Bong, Mara, Rabi, and of course the ladies of MPL Indonesia. Welcome back to the Desk Actor Service. My name is Leo, here with Abstract, Lafel, and Wolf. And I think it's fair to say that we also just want to get in on this whole argument, right? Who is the most handsome? Who is the cutest? And I think we agreed to say it on the count of three, all right? All together, just to see what comes out.
Whatever comes in our head, then we just say it. All right.
1, 2, 3. Rabi.
We're not playing your game production. We choose who we think is better looking.
All right. Now, going back into the matchup. It's a best of 5, and only one can move on. It comes down to this.
Oh, wait, we should have said Coach Yap, huh? Yeah, we should.
I don't know, man.
You know, next time.
He's doing all right.
He's doing all right.
It's at this point, do we see a canon event? Is it meant to always be a sweep, or will EVOS change the tides? Because right now, can confirm, Dilar stays for the series.
Okay. I honestly want to ask Wolf. Okay. Should it be not the Matrix, or was the Matrix fine?
You read my mind. I actually
analyst, man.
No, I think a lot of people are gonna hate me here, but I think the Matrix does not work. It's just not
like this.
It's not like this. It is not how you play it. You saw that he was able to utilize the Bennett Strange once in the bottom lane with the Kanji ultimate. That's the way you want to use it. But that only happened once, and he tried it for 3 more times afterwards. Didn't work. Always whiffing the shots.
0 kills.
0 kills afterwards. I think that EVOS, the tempo that they're playing, it doesn't fit Matrix.
Not anymore.
Not anymore.
All right. Well, given the situation here, they can repair that with step 1, choosing the right side. And I think by remaining red, they can cover up and help Brands set that up. But I don't think it's on Brands anymore. I think Brands is an accepted factor in the way EVOS plays. So there's only so much adjustments you can do in that front.
I mean, this kind of shows probably a little bit of a problem in terms of the hero pool, because once the Claude has been banned out, he's been opting very quickly, right, to go on to that Matrix pick. And
almost defaulting.
Yeah, and I kind of feel like ONIC is just abusing that. It's like, we don't have to think about it too much. You can pick up the Farsa early because they're definitely going to take the Matrix. It's really not a problem.
Okay, a few answers are coming towards the questions we posed even before the draft began, especially with the reveal of which side EVOS chose going into this pivot point, this Game 3 in a best of 5 ONIC are at match point. They could be dropping their fellow countrymen. And yeah, EVOS stays red. EVOS stays red. This helps.
Yeah, but again, look at the draft, man. Respect Claude as well as Venus.
Whoa.
Respect. Wow. I'm pretty sure Boots is like, yo, you know what? Get rid of that.
Yep.
I don't want to fight the planet.
The general.
These are my domain.
Well, I do hope that if ever there will be a surprise Dilar hero pickup from for EVOS, I do hope that it's going to be picked up last. So
agreed.
With the ban on the Uranus, what's next is the Esmeralda, and it will be the last pick.
Esmeralda quite a lot of setups as well, because Esmeralda is kind of a late game kind of hero, so you got to make sure that your mid can put enough pressure. You got to make sure that your side lanes can deal with themselves. 1-1, ONIC themselves has manned it out, so they have a different idea for a first pick here. Is it a Kaja?
Perhaps a Kaja
or Valentina,
but knowing ONIC, I guess my low odd or high odds kind of bet here is weird. It's Eve.
How important is it to give Brands a winning matchup by putting him to pick last? Or would it make more sense to use Delar as that wild card and let him pick last?
I would say Delar a wild card.
Yes, I agree. I think it's not just about the hero pick for Brands. It's not just about winning matchup. He had Beatrix. And the thing is,
he's supposed to win 1-1 in terms of matchup.
In a way, I guess the idea is what really is the playstyle of Brands. Brands wants to fight as soon as possible. Beatrix, although you can do that, and with the Kaja, you're supposedly you should be able to do that. But the way that they're playing is they want to farm first. So maybe put Brands in something like a Brody instead that can fight. Or force him to fight.
Not just. Even the front lines have to adjust because Hijime has been playing pickoff heroes and Taz has been playing in and out type of heroes. You need a good solid front line here.
Yeah.
But yeah, you read into it. They're setting up the box. Eve is 100% present in all of MSC matches so far. What's a good trade for EVOS?
Oh, it's difficult. Maybe Arlet. At a certain point, you don't want to give that up. And also,
it's
Valentina.
It's kind of bad, right? Because the quad could fight against the Eve,
but it's banned out.
It's banned out.
Kadilo would have been there. They banned it out
as well. Yeah.
Would have made a very good idea to what ONIC is trying to go for.
Kaja or Franco, maybe from Dreams. Then, of course, the Arlet, and then the Valentina. Those are the probable three options here. Instead,
okay, that is a surprise at least for me. Generally, when I look at a Yi, I wouldn't expect a Frederick pick from on the other side.
And look, there's still Franco, there's still Kaja. Two heroes that can definitely be played by Keyboy. Is already good versus the Joy, but also good with the Eve. So I wonder, I think that the jury might have been far too early for EVOS because you also reveal, or at least you reveal two side lanes or two confirmed lanes, like the jungle.
I kind of feel like there's a lot of layers why the Joy has been picked up, right? Because we're assuming this is going over to Delar.
Yeah.
Some stitches?
And the thing is, maybe Delar just wants to flex his abilities. But again, it also was a big problem for Brands to handle. Now, like I said, the Kaja has been picked up, and the Melissa as well. So team fights, man. ONIC has been good in team fights.
This is so much better for ONIC. They left up in the Franco because the Franco is awkward with the Eve.
Yes.
The Franco going into the Eve is so awkward, and there's that negative synergy between the Melissa Go-Away and the Franco, so they don't mind.
Oh, you should have something like a Farsa here for EVOS.
I agree.
Deal with the Melissa. Or maybe, Arnold would have been perfect. However, they already picked up both Frederick and Joy, so there will not be any more space for the Arlot.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like Hijime is going to use the Joy, right?
Yeah. Statistically,
honestly, he can.
Statistically, no.
Okay.
He has never played a single Joy in pick.
Was able to breathe for a little bit.
Your team is gonna.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Fellas.
Oh no.
Folks watching at home.
Let's just believe, It might be the final game. At this point, let's just trust.
Keep the man.
Okay. It's not that it's impossible, it's just difficult.
It's very difficult. So, okay.
I hope Coach Agi pointed it out.
Well, this time the Joy isn't going to do a lot to the Matrix. I mean, the Eve still, I don't know, man.
Okay, so Eve Kaja, Melissa, doesn't have a lockdown for the Bennett Strange nor the Nibiru's Passion. I don't think it's gonna work.
Okay. And Frederick being the main front line right now, at least when it comes down to the jungle, will have a problem going and entering onto ONIC side. I mean, we do have a Eve up front, and whenever I look at a Eve, I immediately think slows. When I think about immobilize, the boxes, how does Frederick even close up the gap here?
And I think that's why Coach Yeb and Coach Addy are going to lock down mid. They're going to take away solid roamers and mid laners to make sure that engagement becomes all the more difficult. It's already hard as it is, but now they're going to make sure that, all right, King of Marksman not going to play again.
Yeah. Is there a mage that we're just not thinking about? Like, is there a world where they pick up something that is like quote unquote out of meta that could handle this kind of composition?
Vexana, perhaps.
Whoa.
I mean, maybe.
Valentina's still out there.
Valentina, I feel that the Lilia might be the choice, the additional choice here. All right, good bans. I think they're setting up for the Matrix. There's still Arlott though. Arlott v Joy, that's still much doable. And guess what? The glue is still there.
Yeah. Honestly, we haven't seen the glue at all today. Not even bans.
That is true. It's been quite some time since that has happened. But the final ban goes over to the handlers.
Yep. Again, mid laners, right? That main artery.
Okay.
I think that Lolita would be kind of okay here. At least being able to deal with the Melissa. The Grok.
I didn't hear of
Okay, Valentina is there. Okay, if you're on it, what's your last pick here? You have the Martis still, pretty good. You also have the glue. Perfect. And I think the glue will just really close it out. And of course Arlott is still available, like I mentioned earlier on. So.
XP lane was free pickings. Not a single ban except for the except for the Uranus in the first phase there.
So we are only missing out for the junglers from the side of ONIC.
Martis is the safest pick. Ling might be the flex. Like they just want to win it, Or the Fanny as well. Fanny as well is there.
Honestly, even the Hayabusa wouldn't be that bad.
Yeah.
Oh,
Hayabusa.
Welcome, my guest. Okay, sure, why not?
Sure.
I guess they wanted more contributions in objective takes. That's safer.
Is there a world where the Saber is picked up by EVOS as the
Saber roam?
Yeah.
You know what? At this point, why not?
Just go for it.
Yeah. You know what?
Oh, the Franco is still open.
But again, it's awkward.
Yeah, true.
The front line already have a problem, closing the gaps. And if they were to pick a Saber, I think they wouldn't even be able to control the battlefield at all.
Oh, check it out. Bane has been one of the best performing junglers in MSC so far. 80% win rate with an average KDA of 7.85 and an average GPM of 723, which is, above average for especially a sustain type jungler. Now, here we go. How about a better front line? This is much better, I think. To help Brands activate himself. There's a Minotaur in the hands of the Indonesian Nightmare Dreams.
Actually, you know what? I like the Minotaur pick because when you're enraged and then you heal up, you're not going to take a lot of damage coming in from the Melissa, so it could work, but almost like game number 1, game number 2, everything has to go right for the members of EVOS.
And it helps with the whole DPS situation, given the passive that Minotaur has when he CCs opponents. So yeah, this is it, folks. The pivot point. Will the sweep between ONIC and EVOS remain a canon event, or does history rewrite itself right in here or right now? Again, pre-recorded footage of Coach Yeb walking off stage. This is that was weird coming out of my mouth.
100% superimposed.
That was AI.
Yes.
I gotta say, Abstract,
Photoshop.
What do you feel about this game before we going in? Actually, never mind. We're gonna go straight in to game number 3. Perhaps the last game of the day. EVOS going up against ONIC. ONIC now 2-0.
Very much of a team fight composition that we would want to expect from the side of EVOS, and of course having the Minotaur pretty much solidified the pick. Nothing too out of the ordinary, I gotta have to say, from the jungler side. But wait, hold on a second. We do have the Bane that starts off onto the orange buff instead of opposite of the gold laners. What would that mean?
Maybe they're just gonna be. They just want to make sure that they have a fluid rotation going to the turtle, because I believe the turtle is going to go top. Well, it's not revealed yet.
So they don't really want to care technically too much about the gold lanes, I suppose.
I don't think.
Maybe they just want it to be a 1v1.
For now.
This is Melissa. So Melissa wins the 1v1 almost all the time.
Right.
It's like, you guys are strong, independent women. Handle yourselves well.
Yeah.
Both Melissa as well as the Beatrix.
That's right.
So leave it all up to them, while the main 4 from the side of ONIC and EVOS will then challenge for the objective later. 100%. Both teams want neutral objective. They don't necessarily want to go for kills early for the fight. As long as they go in for the from the objective, they're good.
The decision coming out from EVOS is to still pick up the Matrix, and they deployed a full engaged type of composition, especially with the last pick Minotaur. With the Fred in attack, they would just really want to 5v5 their way, literally just steamroll over their opponents. Not going to be the easiest because there is that deadly catch, an ultimate that is definitely this anti-engage. Right, you pop it, enemy already damaged. Get a lot of life steal, and it's great when it comes to a 5v5 collision.
Right now, the turtle has been started up both Delar as well as Boots as level 4. Kyrie secures it.
Immediately. And that's relatively unfortunate, I would say, for the side of EVOS. They're the one that took the most amount of time whittling the turtle health down, but still taken by Kyrie.
Right now, looking at both roamers hitting level 4. So, right now, Dreams as well as Keyboy are going to engage after this.
Apparently, Kyrie didn't even use his retribution.
Oh, wow.
And if they want to, they can even go super aggressive into the opponent's, into EVO's purple buff. But unfortunately, that's not exactly what they are trying to go for.
As you're really feeling bad if you're EVOS right now, especially because it's a Fredrin. Fredrin needs to win that first turtle, and Kyrie already invading up top. You can see that his pattern, he's already taken away so many of those jungle camps away from the Fredrin. He's already up by a specific certain level. Like, I think he is up 1.9 compared to 1.5 when it comes to gold. That's a lot in the early stages.
In the meantime, Boots all the way up top, but unfortunately, Taz actually joins into the fray. Boots forced to get himself a flicker out. Taz, well, questionable appraisals rap, I'm gonna have to say, but in the end, what's done is done. That is still happening.
And down at the bottom side, Dreams making sure that Brands will be able to hold himself quite well. Just now, I'm not so sure whether the retribution hit or not. Right now, Taz as well as Delar, they're clearing the ways, making sure that Delar has first priority to actually move around the map. And if they want to fight, kind of a good situation. Delar, I want to see what you're going to do.
Oh, that is Keyboy melted down immediately. The turtle will appear in 25 seconds, but Keyboy back in 5.
Very good pull coming in from Hijumi. Saw him taking away the Divine Judgment, and now up top, Delar finds Boots, but again, this is Joy able to run away scot-free.
1/4 of the map with just 1 second. That's how fast Joy can traverse the map. But Delar, yeah, he's just really just scouting out. Still, Kyrie just leading by a lot over his matchup, over Taz.
Looking at the bottom screen, Delar and Boots 1v1. Looks like Boots is actually winning there. Delar has to go back. Speaking of going back, EVOS can't contest for his turtle. Kyrie is going to secure it for free.
An easy turtle for them. And Kyrie. This is technically what I want to see from the first turtle. Kyrie didn't even use the retribution. He could have just jolly well walked into the power bomb and give an even bigger deficit onto Taz. Well, in the meantime, Boots all the way up in the top lane. It doesn't like he will be able to outplay against Hijumi, but Delar still stays at the top lane and gets a 1-for-1 trade.
Honestly, for me, 100% worth it. Dreams all alone, down at bot. Now Brands is here, dealing a bit of damage onto Sands. But again, I kind of feel like still good for ONIC because unfortunately Brands missed out. Oh, and Dreams, gotta be careful, man. Your eco was cancelled.
The Void Crystal plus the RWM ensures the Dreamers don't get away.
Can I say, ONIC have just broken down EVOS. From the draft itself, and even the plays that they're making, they forced the flicker onto Dreams. And even after the fact, they still got the kill. Now they're 2-2. They are not even utilizing the retribution onto taking the turtle, and then they steal away the purple buff. 3.7 versus 2.7k, and it's not even Taz's fault. It's the draft of ONIC that really trumps EVOS right now.
Well, it's relatively unfortunate the fact that none of the members from the side of EVOS have got a flicker at all. The only one that will get a flicker by the time the third turtle appears is going to be Hijumi. But how big of a difference would that be? Would he want to take away the Divine Judgment and get a pick-off immediately? Does EVOS even have what it takes to capitalize on that pick-off?
Now looking at the situation, Kyrie might get caught.
Oh, with the Minoan's Fury landing and flying 2-person up in the air. Dreams completely locked down and shut in. Delar came in slightly a little bit too late, but that is not exactly his job. What he wants to do right now is constantly moving around.
I don't know whether it's because his gain of 3, but looking at EVOS, it seems like they want to go aggressive, but at the same time, they don't know how.
I guess that's the term. They're really sloppy. They're not on point when it comes to the pixels of what they wanted to go with. For example, Taz just utilizing the ultimate. Well, it's not okay. I would have said that it was okay because Kyrie's dead anyways, but Kyrie's already respawned. And even after a kill onto Kyrie, they weren't able to get a turtle. Now they will lose their turret up top as well. They're not being fluid at all. Whereas ONIC, they're so efficient.
Well, at least now they even tried to jump on the keyboard. And keyboard, all he needs to do is take, just a single dash.
Even used the retribution. They basically used everything and got nothing out of it. So now, I don't know. Maybe the tilt is coming in, but I gotta feel like they gotta slow down somehow.
It really seems like a mental game right now, and EVOS is losing that out completely. Like,
I definitely agree with that, because you can see it through the non-verbal cues that you can see from the EVOS players. It's like their body language of their heroes right now. They're not hitting the shots. They're not pixel perfect and timing perfect with the combo that they have. So you can definitely see that EVOS has been tilted. They want to engage, but they can't for some reason.
Oh, a single deadly cast that actually brings friends 1/3 or 1/4 health down. That's definitely not going to start good.
Yeah, and again, I kind of feel like Keyboy is also one of those people that is deactivating EVOS, because he's kind of like baiting things out and then making them, forcing them to make mistakes. Looking at itemization now, Brands does have
for Keyboy.
Yeah, apart from Keyboy, I think it was also Sans. Sans is so on point with the slows that he's outputting.
Well, in the meantime, RWM coming in from the side of Sans. The rest of the side of EVOS would want to continue, or rather they see the fact that Taz was all the way in front, but that all became a bait. 2% went in, or rather 1% went in, and 1 got caught out. That is Dreams and Hijui. EVOS probably don't have a proper way to even defend this.
I gotta say, that was a very long pull there, Wolf.
Yeah, that was
very long pull.
Keyboy,
that looked like a pizza street.
That's true.
Cheese, yeah, the cheese pizza street.
That was Keyboy also being pixel perfect now himself. Like the maximum range of what he can do with the ultimate was on point. Sans, I would say he was the MVP of that particular fight, activating his ultimate. Then it was Boots to top the final slash so that he brings in Dreams, who tried to get out of the real world manipulation.
Now the Lord will spawn, looking at the goal lead. Probably gonna go over to ONIC, especially so far. All 3 turtles have been secured by Kyrie, and not every single time. Actually, I think not even once. He even used his retribution. Taz in the front line. Level 10, Kyrie, level 13. Not looking good for EVOS.
You're right. 3 of those turtle things, none of which were with retribution. So it's relatively fair to say that EVOS's Taz from EVOS doesn't really have a very good play for the retribution, but this could be it. This could be what we want to see. Exactly with the Divine Retribution plus a flicker to bring Keyboy out. Not much of a pickup potential for ONIC anymore.
There is the picture that we want to see for EVOS. Good initiation, on point usage of the penetrate, then engage.
Oh, this could be it. And now Delar is just going to be running it down over to the back line. Unfortunately, the only thing he can do is force Taz back and forcing the RWM, but that is going to be big coming in from Delar as he brings DW down. Delar continues his onslaught, and the front line is just going to be left with Boots as well as Kyrie. Sans is not going home anytime soon, but Keyboy is back. He even has a divine invention in the feed into this fight.
Yeah, the Divine Judgment did a lot there, and now Delar tries to go back in, but again, his HP is so low. I gotta say, the start of that team fight looked like it was going over to EVOS, but ONIC, buying enough time, flat back.
I thought that they would have won that fight.
I agree, but they overshot. The Boots, man. Definitely, Boots was so phenomenal in this game, was able to punish the members of EVOS. Now they steal orange buff. Efficiency coming out from ONIC. They will not stop once they get one objective, they get more mini objectives. The replay, you're gonna see them overshooting. Like Delar was onto the backlines, Dreams was there. No one was there to follow up Dreams when he went in for the jump, and Taz was heavily controlled. Brands going for normal attacks at this point, no ultimates whatsoever. That meant that Boots will be able to survive. No items, no spells, even after really hitting what for 2 seconds, not enough for the Patriots.
I mean, like, here's the thing, his HP was low, but the thing about the Arlet, he can heal with his
tenacity as well.
So now, ONIC, they're pushing top and bottom. The Lord is at top. I think this is just an elemental Lord, so not the strongest of Lords available, but again, with a 7k goal lead, you could make anything possible.
I mean, more or less, as long as you bring down all the other turrets, I think ONIC is going to be pretty happy about it already. You don't have to go and overshoot anything right now. EVOS is already having a losing game. The skill shots is just not coming in, and they just need to bide their time and wait for the perfect opportunity to go right in.
I remember the chant for ONIC, and I really love it. But as a Filipino getting into Jakarta, they have their songs, like EVOS has their own songs, but ONIC is very catchy. It's like Di atas langit ada ONIC.
Di atas langit ada ONIC.
Did I pronounce it correctly?
Yes, you did pronounce it correctly, actually, yeah.
It's like at the sky?
Yeah, above the skies, there's ONIC.
Okay.
And again, in this entire series,
you can feel it.
EVOS not able to go up in the skies for now. Taz frontlining again, and Kyrie basically off cooldown. Just use the deadly catch just to like, okay, let's chip down the turret just a little bit. Whatever, I'm happy with.
Yeah. All right, let's look at some of the important items. Brute Force Breastplate and the Sky Guardian Helmet coming up from Kyrie means that he can really sustain and frontline, still dishing out the damage. And the real threat here, which EVOS has not realized really, is the Melissa. 4 items, 4 full items on this Melissa, and of course you have the setup. You have a way to do it. You have the swimming pool technique, wherein you pop in the real world manipulation, and then the sharks in there.
Oh.
It's a pad. Maybe you
Actually,
can rename
it's not that bad.
a swimming pool. All right,
Actually, that's a small little, fun interaction that I thought would happen. As long as Alet is, trying to get the final swing from left to right, and then Kyrie gets a daily catch from that exact left to right.
Exactly.
Is it possible for EVOS members to get hit by daily catch twice with the repositioning of Boost Final Flash?
I don't think that's allowed anymore. That's not the case anymore, right?
At this point, kind of doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter, but I thought
would be fun.
It's super difficult though.
Right now, honestly, let's just keep it with the swimming pool analogy.
Okay.
The swimming pool. 8k gold lead, ONIC. Not surprisingly, starting up the Lord. At this point, EVOS, they're kind of just like, yeah, we're not going to take the bait. The moment we come up, someone is going to die. So, Lord going over for free.
Well, the only way that EVOS can play now is defensive. Wait for a mistake.
France can clear the wave.
Difficult.
Ijumi can kind of clear the wave. You gotta wait for Dreams to catch all 5, and then maybe a beautiful Bennett's Rage. Maybe that could happen.
Dare I say though, unlike the previous games for EVOS, there's a rigid win condition from them when the game does go late, around 23 minutes. 23 minutes is where everybody's just like maxed out, no matter what. So it won't matter how much lead you have. When that time comes, you have the Minoan Fury, and you have unlimited knockups already with a stump. Minoan stump? Yeah. So maybe that's the win condition here for EVOS. Don't give up on the defense. As much as possible, retain your outer turrets, or your inner turrets, I mean. Then just wait for the time where you're already very strong with the Valentina as well as the Beatrice.
Right now, the conceal has been used. ONIC, they're taking their time. One at a time, they're chipping off the turrets.
And now, the Lord tramples down onto the core. The deadly catch moves itself across the battlefield. EVOS, all they want to do is just try to bring down every single one of these creep wave. But CW manages to successfully get a kill down. Everyone flies up. Final flash from the side of Boost, pushing onto the La. His HP very low, but he still managed to get himself back home. But one thing that is still very evident is Taz was way too deep in. He's gonna go down. LGS as well as the La will have to give their final all to defend this game, leaving absolutely nothing. ONIC clears it all off, and they finishes the throne.
ONIC moving forward. Congratulations to EVOS for making it this far. However, this is goodbye for EVOS Legends.
Despite the 5-man Minuan's Fury and all of the stomps that happened, the damage wasn't enough. That's how much ONIC Esports have led throughout this game. The castle that they have built, it's not made of cards. It's made of solid bricks that they just stomped and steamrolled over EVOS legends.
Again, amazing play. By the way, DCU record, we just hit 2 million. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, everyone. You know what? You guys have been amazing. Speaking of amazing, it was an amazing series. Again, congratulations to ONIC, but it's not over for them. After this, they're going up against Echo. With that being said, we got to throw it over to the host to see how the boys are feeling on stage. So, Mara, you know what? The stage is yours. What do you got from ONIC?
បាទសូមអបអរសាទរទៅដល់ ONIC សម្រាប់ការឈ្នះនៅការប្រកួតមួយនេះផងដែរបាទសូមហៅឲ្យ ONIC មួយមក Wow ពិតជាមិនខំបំណងមែនសម្រាប់ ONIC ក្នុងការធ្វើឲ្យ fan ទាំងអស់គ្នាកំពុងតែរំជួលចិត្តហើយឥឡូវនេះ ONIC ក៏បានបន្តទៅវគ្គ Grand Final នៅថ្ងៃខាងមុខទៀតផងដែរតោះអញ្ចឹងសូមម្ដងទៀតហៅឲ្យខ្លាំងៗឲ្យ ONIC ទាំងអស់គ្នាបាទឥឡូវនេះការប្រកួតត្រូវបានបញ្ចប់ហើយអញ្ចឹងយើងចង់ដឹងថាតើចំណាប់អារម្មណ៍របស់អ្នកដែលកំពុងតែឈ្នះគាត់មានអារម្មណ៍គ្រោះគ្រួប៉ុណ្ណាហើយរំភើបប៉ុណ្ណាតោះយើងជួបគាត់ទាំងអស់គ្នានៅលើ stage ជាមួយម៉ារ៉ា
Once again, let's give it up for ONIC. Great performance. That was a sweep. My goodness. You know what is it about you guys that makes you guys so strong? Because we know how well you did during the season 11 grand finals and you were able to repeat the sweep once again today.
We just try to train hard. We practice every day and we like to learn from our mistakes.
Train hard, practice every day and learn from their mistakes.
បាទអញ្ចឹងសារមួយនេះគឺល្អមែនតើសម្រាប់អ្នកទាំងអស់គ្នានៅក្នុងការធ្វើអីមួយក៏ដោយគឺត្រូវតែខិតខំឲ្យអស់ពីសមត្ថភាពហើយធ្វើការ practice រាល់ថ្ងៃក្នុងការទទួលបាននូវជ័យជំនះនៅក្នុងការប្រកួតក៏ដូចជាការធ្វើអ្វីមួយនៅក្នុងជីវិតផងដែរបាទ
Were you guys surprised when EVOS Legends brought in Delar all of a sudden? Because he hasn't played in a very long time, especially in the international stage. And I know that you guys were teammates back in the Philippines. So what did you also think about his performance and how happy are you that he got to step on the stage?
I think he did great. I think he had a great impact for the team.
He did great, and he made a great impact.
Wow អញ្ចឹងគាត់និយាយថាការដែលគាត់បានចូលរួមប្រកួតនៅក្នុង MSC ក្នុងឆ្នាំ2023នេះគឺគាត់បានធ្វើឲ្យមានអធិពលខ្លាំងមែនទែនក៏ដូចជាទទួលបាននូវជោគជ័យខ្លាំងមែនទែនចំពោះការប្រកួតមួយនេះផងដែរបាទ
I don't know if you noticed, but there was a battle earlier. They showed your picture and Delar's picture, and it says who's better looking. Let's settle that. Who do you think is better looking?
Delar.
He's a model. He's a model in Indonesia. Now I'm gonna ask, how about CW? CW, how do you feel about Melissa? You're really great at Melissa, and I know you're 10-game Melissa undefeated. But no one has been successful using Melissa. What makes you so great about that?
I think because I trust my teammates.
Because you trust your teammates. So, but why is it that you're very dominant and no one else can do it like you?
No, I think they just not using it. I think they can use better than me.
So he trusts his teammates and they're just not using it better than him.
អូអញ្ចឹងគឺជាការនៅពេលដែលយើងលេងជាក្រុមគឺមានន័យថាយើងគួរតែជឿជាក់ទៅលើដៃគូរបស់យើងយើងដឹងថាដៃគូរបស់យើងគឺខ្លាំងដូចគ្នាអញ្ចឹងការជឿជាក់នេះគឺធ្វើឲ្យយើងអាចឈ្នះនៅការប្រកួតមួយនេះផងដែរបាទ
Now Sans, I hear you speak great English. Tomorrow, you're going to be going up against Echo. And they defeated you back in M4. So how do you think this matchup is going to be like tomorrow? And what is going to change?
Kita lihat aja besok, tapi kita mainnya kayak yang sekarang lah. Kita kasih yang terbaik aja buat besok melawan Eko.
Kipo, you translate.
we just give the best tomorrow.
You just give your best tomorrow.
អូខេអញ្ចឹងអ្នកទាំងអស់គ្នាបានដឹងហើយថាគាត់នៅពេលដែលគាត់ឈ្នះនៅក្នុងការប្រកួតមួយនេះគាត់នឹងទៅជួបជាមួយនឹងអេកូនៅថ្ងៃស្អែកអញ្ចឹងឥឡូវនេះគាត់បាននិយាយថាគាត់នឹងព្យាយាមអភិវឌ្ឍលទ្ធភាពរបស់គាត់សមត្ថភាពរបស់គាត់នៅក្នុងការទទួលបាននៅជ័យជំនះនៅក្នុងថ្ងៃស្អែកផងដែរបាទ
Now you are the Sky King, so Sans, you answer this. You're going to be facing Echo tomorrow, right? So what is your message to them?
យើងចង់ដឹងថាតើ message របស់គាត់ទៅកាន់អេកូតើជាអ្វីបាទ
I know you can speak English. You're tricking me right now.
Gak tahu sih mau bilang apa, ya kasih yang terbaik aja, berdoa.
Kiboy, you translate.
You translate again.
Maybe we want to revenge because we lose M4.
You want a rematch. And if you have a deeper message, what else do you want to say? Challenge them. If you were gonna challenge them, how are you gonna challenge them?
Just give the good game.
Just give a good game. How about let's give it Kyrie.
Boots want to say something.
Okay.
The captain.
Let's hear from the captain.
Yeah.
What do you want to say to Echo for tomorrow?
Good luck, have fun.
Wow.
Ikaw, you were able to face them before back home. What do you want to say to them? I think that you're the best one to be able to send a message. If you were to challenge them through your words, how would you do that?
Good luck, Carl, and let's try to give the audience the best fight in MSC.
Good luck, Carl, and let's try to give the audience the best fight in MSC.
បាទអញ្ចឹងអ្នកទាំងអស់គ្នាដឹងហើយថាគាត់នឹងជួបជាមួយនឹងអេកូនៅថ្ងៃស្អែកនេះតែម្ដងអញ្ចឹងអ្វីដែលគាត់ចង់ប្រាប់ទៅខាងអេកូគឺមានន័យថា Good luck សំណាងល្អហើយសង្ឃឹមថាដោយសារតែគាត់កាលពី M4 គឺគាត់មិនបានទទួលជ័យជំនះទេជាមួយនឹងខាងអេកូប៉ុន្តែឥឡូវគាត់នឹងខំប្រឹងឲ្យអស់ពីសមត្ថភាពរបស់គាត់នៅក្នុងការទទួលបានជ័យជំនះនៅក្នុងថ្ងៃស្អែកអញ្ចឹងសូមហៅឲ្យគាត់មួយមក
Now listen to this. Listen to how many fans you have right here. When I say go, you say ONIC, all right? Go! Go! One more time, go! What do you have to say to all the fans that are supporting you, giving you energy?
Thank you so much to the ONIC fans, and I hope you continue to support us until we win or until we lose.
Hey! ខ្ញុំជឿថាអ្នកទាំងអស់គ្នាប្រហែលជាយល់អ្វីដែលគាត់និយាយហើយគឺពិតជាអរគុណអ្នកទាំងអស់គ្នាមែនទេនៅក្នុងការគ្រប់គ្រងតាំងពីដើមរហូតមកដល់ពេលនេះអញ្ចឹងចំណែកនៃការគ្រប់គ្រងរបស់អ្នកទាំងអស់គ្នាពិតជាមានគុណតម្លៃមែនទែនសម្រាប់គាត់ដែលជាអ្នកលេងនៅក្នុងកម្មវិធីនេះផងដែរ Hey I'm the host country. This is my country, so I really want to know how do you feel right now after a week of staying in Cambodia? How do you feel about the food, about the weather, and also the people in here? We are now waiting for your answer. We really want to know that. Yeah, sure. All of you.
I think the number one I love about Cambodia are the people.
Wow.
Wait, Kyrie, are you single?
Maybe there is a chance.
Are you single?
And available.
Wait. Ladies, make some noise! Okay, now.
I want to know that single is not that, but make sure that he is available too.
Okay, are you single? A lot of girls are screaming for you right now.
Right now, I'm loving myself.
Oh my God! That's heartbroken.
That's a safe answer. Right now, he's loving himself. So you guys are gonna have to stalk his social media to know if he's single and ready to mingle. Now it's time to find out who the MVP of this match is. Who do you guys think it is? Let's reveal it right now. The MVP for this match from ONIC is... Congratulations! Let's get a comment from you. Are you surprised? You seem surprised. Why are you surprised that you're the MVP?
No, I'm not surprised.
Oh. Okay, you're not surprised at all. what is it about your performance that you know contributed to this battle today?
I think it's good because we won the match.
អូខេគាត់អត់មានអីនិយាយច្រើនទេគាត់គាត់ថាវាល្អមែនតើដោយសារតែគាត់បានទទួលបានជ័យជំនះនៅក្នុងការប្រកួតមួយនេះផងដែរបាទ
All right, congratulations. Once again, everybody, go. What an amazing performance with that sweep. So now we're going to break it down for you, and we're going to head on over to our casters. Take us to see the world.
This is indeed a canon event. Despite the switch up, despite the general coming through, ONIC still comes out on top. Again, congratulations to our match MVP and of course game MVP in Boots, rocking that Arlet. And of course, he's been here. The team was once called Bootsy Sports, and despite the one coming through, he still finds a way to shine through as our MVP.
Few things that I gotta say. Number one, it's an overall MVP. It's just not just this game, it's all 3 games.
Yeah. The society of ONIC led by Boots, even when there's an anomaly called Dilar, was able to maintain the canon.
By the way, just gotta say, production, Mara, if you want something spicy, I can translate for the team. I can speak
For free.
Indonesian. For free. Well, I mean, you know.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you speak every single language.
I speak every language, legit.
You speak Turkish as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then again, if you look back at the highlights, it was really just a lot of mistakes. Fundamentally speaking, for EVOS, it was a difficult draft to begin with. It can work as a 5. I mean, if you do try to engage as 5, if you have your ultimates up, you have your damage dealers at the ready, it would be great. Like for example, when Dreams jumped in and caught 5 of them, Brats wasn't ready as well. And it's not entirely his fault. It was also because of the fact that Sans already activated the box around that area, so he needs to get out of it. It's like a perimeter that you can't get. It's like a hot zone where you can't get in as a marksman. So it's a combination of both them, making it so difficult. I mean, the entirety of ONIC making it so difficult for them to do it, as well as the fact that it's very conditional.
To help build this image even more, in this swimming pool, Wolf, you would say,
all right,
is Boots the lifeguard? Is Boots the one who's just cordoning people off? It's like, all right, you're in too deep, or all right, this is the zone you're allowed to be in?
That's right.
It's because that's what the Arlet did. That's what I saw.
I think it's the reverse. Lifeguard. He makes sure that guy actually dies.
Ah, yeah, he's
the reverse lifeguard.
In pool parties, he's the one who throws people into the pool.
Exactly. He's like, yo, that is the safe route.
Yep.
I want you back in.
All right.
So he's the life of the party.
He's the death guard.
The
life of the party.
Life of the party.
That's much better.
Boots is the life of the party. If you see someone who's not in the pool, you gotta get in here.
You know what? I love that even more.
Yep.
Thank you very much.
Yep. Project X, led by Boots. It's gonna be a lit party. For sure. That's true, by the way. But the ONIC people, they definitely have the license to party later on, because the way that they defeated EVOS, it made it so that we will be leaving early today. And particularly in this game, there's a lot of fundamentally difficult things that EVOS has to solve. Number one is that they chose to go for the Beatrix and the Fredrin together. That means that they will need to engage. They close it out with the Minotaur. There's really no other way for them to win. Even when you can argue that Dilar as the Joy can go to the backlines, you saw how difficult it was. Even when you went and found an opening to Sans, wasn't any follow, because the lineup is not designed that way. Reverse energies. You saw from them.
I almost don't want to believe this, man, but EVOS did not touch any turrets of ONIC. Like, if you want to talk about dominance, not even maybe some minions got in, but no one actually physically touched the turrets.
I mean, for myself, I honestly really thought that EVOS could stand a chance a little bit when it comes down to their composition. It's fairly simple composition, right? There's not a lot of margin of errors that you could make a mistake out of, like Minotaur, press one button, flicker in, everyone flies up, or perhaps even for Dreams,
is, by the way, Minotaur is also the life of the party. He makes everyone jump.
Yep. And with that being said, this game was pretty well read through, right? Even in the predictions, which, by the way, we'd like to know, what do you think of our predictions so far? Or do you have your own viewpoint that you would like to share with us? If you do, then don't hesitate to make your own guesses in our MSC Guess event. You can find the event in the esports channel in-game. Cheer for your team, and you may get rewarded with 1,000 MSC coins. You can use the coins you have to redeem 2023 MSC Avatar Border, emotes, or even the most valuable reward, the new epic skin, Atlas Rune Sentinel. Don't hesitate, do it now. That being said, gentlemen, it's been a day full of competition. 3-1 for the first series, and then again, 3-0 for our second, and with that we update the brackets. 2 more teams move on through to the semis. To join Burnex Flash and Blacklist, we have now Echo and ONIC.
I gotta say, tomorrow is gonna be a very long day, my friends, because we're gonna watch, like you said, Burnex Flash, Blacklist, Echo going up against ONIC, but we will also have the 3rd place match. So if you lose tomorrow, you will have 1 more match. So at maximum, we're looking at what, 10 games? At maximum.
Nice.
No, I mean like maximum for that one team.
Oh, all right, that's true.
2 teams, I guess, that lost.
There's so much math that you just laid out to us. Now that I can think of is the schedule for tomorrow. Burnex Flash going to be going up against Blacklist International very early, 11:30.
GMT +7, GMT +8 in Philippines, Malaysia, 12:30.
That's right. And then Echo v ONIC. That I'm excited about. There's a lot of heat in there. Now, finally, the best of the best, like champions v champions.
Tomorrow is going to be the point in time where we find out if it's really going to be a PH versus PH finals.
Yep, that's true.
And whose fault is that? I would say.
Mirko.
Yeah, sure. Let's blame Mirko.
Yeah, that's the reason why he's not
here to defend
right?
himself.
Yep. So it is him.
It's Mirko's fault.
Yeah, and just the same, I did the math. There is just a maximum of 10 games for each team left. Regardless of if you win or if you lose, there's a maximum of 10.
Maximum 10.
Right? Because if you win, you have the, never mind, it's a maximum of 12.
You're a math guy, so we believe you.
It's the best of 7. The next ones.
Right. What? Bronze games? Even
no,
bronze games?
Bronze is 5.
We ended the day with 2 incredible series. And we once again like to thank our sponsors.
That's
MSC 2023 is powered by Mooton.
Yep, and of course, our official gaming phone ROG and the Secret Lab, our official chair partner. Gentlemen, it's been an honor. We have Wolf, LaFell, and Abstract here on desk. And of course, my name is Leo, at your service. We would like to see you again tomorrow. You'll know the schedule. You'll know where to look. I hope we break that concurrent view record. Let's throw it over to the stage.
On day 2 of the MSC 2023 knockout stage, we have 2 more teams leaving the stage, and we have to bid them goodbye. We appreciate your brilliance, Todak and EVOS legends, and we hope you come back stronger for next year. But 2 teams came out the victor. Echo from the Philippines and ONIC from Indonesia will be facing each other tomorrow for a ticket to the grand finals.
បាទនៅក្នុងថ្ងៃទី 2 នេះដែរនៅក្នុងការប្រកួត Mobile Legends MSC ឆ្នាំ 2023 វគ្គជម្រុះយើងឃើញថាតូដាក់និង EVOS Legend នឹងត្រូវចាក់ចេញអំពីការប្រកួតហើយនៅក្នុងថ្ងៃស្អែកនេះគឺ Echo ជាមួយនឹង ONIC នឹងត្រូវជួបគ្នានៅក្នុងវគ្គជម្រុះចុងក្រោយ Grand Final ផងដែរបាទ
It's going to be an exciting day tomorrow. We have not only 2 best of 5 series, but 3 back-to-back matches. So keep on watching this MSC 2023.
បាទកុំភ្លេចចូលរួមជាមួយយើងនៅក្នុងការមើលទៅលើការប្រកួតជាលក្ខណៈពិភពលោកផងដែរហើយយើងឃើញថានៅក្នុងថ្ងៃស្អែកគឺ3ដែលល្អបំផុតនៅក្នុងចំណោម5នឹងធ្វើការចាក់ផ្សាយនៅក្នុង Mobile Legends Page របស់យើងផងដែរដូច្នេះហើយតាមដានទាំងអស់គ្នា
MSC 2023 is powered by Mooton, supported by Asus ROG. Now, on behalf of the organizers and the sponsors, we thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you tomorrow. Once again, my name is Mara Aquino.
My name is Rabi.
And we are now signing off. Keep it good vibes, everybody.
chosen one that brings the heat, the passion, the heart, the soul, and the fury. Show it all, let the world see we are legends. Stepping on the ground, no time to waste. Striving to conquer, face the foes, we grace. Be the challenger, it's time to soar. Now or never, climb a rise, we will search for more. Take the globe by storm, time to see the world. To the land of dawn as we see the world. Take the globe by storm, time to see the world. To the land of dawn as we see the Take the globe by storm, time to see the world. To the land of dawn as we see the world. It's not a fight, blood, sweat, tears, and pride. Ready for the battle cry, with our might and stride. War against the heavens, set the fire to the sky. Keep burning bright, kill the allies, and enemies mesmerized. Strive for domination. Feel the pressure rising. The fight with your life and for your nation. With your devotion, emotion. Lay it on the line. The choice is yours. Offense or defense. Let the courage pour. Reaching for your heart. It's time to soar. Now or never, time to rise. We will strive for more. Take the globe by storm, time to see the world. To the land of dawn as we see the world. We're fighting to build a legacy in this battleground for kings. We're here to show the world that we're the chosen one that brings the heat, the passion, the heart, the soul, and the fury. Show it all, let the world see we are legends. Stepping on the ground, no time to waste. Striving to conquer, face the foes, we grace. Be the challenger, it's time to soar. Now or never, climb a rise, we will strive for more. Take the globe by storm, time to see the world. To the land of dawn as we see the world. Take the globe by storm, time to see the world. To the land of dawn as we see the world. Hey, hey, hey. Every boundary and chain, ain't nothing can stop or restrain. We are a force to be reckoned with. Destiny, kingdom, and man. Like Atlas, winning of madness. How us to practice, that is his match. Let's be the heroes here to slay. Never back down, never astray. Jump, jump, fatal length. Jump, sing the same. Match by match, day by day. Determination and blood at a time. See the world, reaching to conquer. See the world, be a warrior. Lay it on the line, the choice is yours. Offense or defense, let the courage roar. Reaching for new heights, it's time to soar. Now or never, climb a rise, we will strive for. Take the globe by storm, time to see the world. To the land ready for the battle cry, with our might and strive. We're against the heavens, set the fire to the sky. Keep burning bright, keep the allies and enemies mesmerized. Strive for domination. Feel the pressure rising. The fight with your life and for your nation. With your devotion and motion. Lay it on the line, the choice is yours. Offense or defense, let the courage roar. Reaching for your heart, it's up to soar. Now or never, time to rise. We will strive for more. Take the globe by storm, time to see the world. To the land of dawn as we see the world. We're fighting to build a legacy in this battleground for kings. We're here to show the world that we're the chosen one that brings